Yeah, we are about to find. Oh, looks like you're ready. Click here to start streaming. It's on YouTube.
Okay, there we go.
What's up, everybody? Are we live? Can you hear us?
There we go. Now we're live. Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right. I'll say it again in case it got cut off the first time. What's up, everybody? Are we live? Can you hear us? Please, somebody tell me I'm live. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
What's up?
We're currently live.
All right, I'll do the thing. What's up, everybody? Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz here with another set review for you today. Going at it live, Seven Deadly Sins, brand new set coming out tomorrow. I've got Tyler with me here today,
You.
and we will also have Tanner in
A couple minutes.
hopefully a minute. He said he just got home, so we're just gonna chill here on this
Age and waited a couple minutes for
on
Tanner.
this opening slide. Give Tanner a minute, and then we can get started. But yeah, the having seen the leaks for Seven Deadly Sins so far, I'm pretty excited for this set. There's some pretty cool, spicy stuff. I don't think it's like super top tier broken from what I've seen so far, but maybe we'll change our minds reading through it and discussing today. But it has a lot of fun looking stuff that I'm excited to play around with.
Yeah, even if it's not broken, I agree that this stuff looks extremely fun. It gives it. Well, this is our second set for an English set for English stuff.
This is our first sequel set for an English exclusive set, so that's really exciting too. Because
Oh, I didn't notice you. I'm sorry.
You want to be on the set review, Ollie? We've got a fourth slot. Hop in and I'll add you on the slideshow if you want to be a part of it. Okay. Where's Tanner?
Oh, he's just being problematic.
Yeah, right, as usual. Typical Ollie.
Yo, is that
Hello.
Tanner?
Oh, he's here?
It is.
Hello. We are now live, Tanner. Say hi to chat.
Hello. I'm getting the thing pulled up now.
You sound very awake, Tanner.
I was at Dave & Buster's throwing axes for the last 5 hours.
Yo,
They didn't have shuffleboard there, by the way.
Yes, they do.
Not at the one I went to.
It's at the bar area. It's not in like the game area.
I think I think the one I went to just didn't have it.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
He won a Christmas gift, and it was sick.
Okay.
Hype.
We'd be happy to have any of the any out of towners collab on our show at any point. Feel free to just reach out. We love to do work with other content creators or just players from other scenes. We love to feature as much talent on the channel as we can get. But anyway, now that Tanner's here, we can probably get started with the set review proper. So, howdy everybody, Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz, Seven Deadly Sins Vol.2 comes out tomorrow. Our first Volume 2 for an English exclusive set, very exciting. Tanner and Tyler here with me today.
Hello?
That's me.
And I guess without further ado, we can jump right into the set review. So our first card here, our very first double rare. As a disclaimer, I do want to say a bunch of these cards are from the leak on TCG Player over the weekend, so we don't have base rare art for all of them. We just have what was revealed. So we'll be looking at some super rare art, some SSP art, just a bunch of a mishmash of whatever we could get a hold of to throw the entire set together here. But we do have the entire set, with the exception of card number 65. So if any of you guys have any idea what that card is, please let us know. But our first card here, this Elizabeth, it's a Brainstorm, self-tap salvage, and when a world without you, this yellow level 1 or lower stock soul is placed on your climax area, and you have another Britannia trait character. You can mill the top card of your deck, choose an X or level X or lower Britannia character in your waiting room, add it back to your hand, and X is equal to the level of the milled card. So you get a single card cigarettes when you slam your stock soul with your self-tap Brainstorm on the board. And as far as I can tell, unless card 65 also combos with it, this card does not combo with anything else in the set. So it's its own thing. I guess you just want to stick 2 Brainstorms in the back row and slam your stock soul as much as possible in a deck that plays this. But I am honest, I don't think I'm a huge fan of it. What about you guys?
It's weird.
It's
I
weird.
don't think. Yeah.
I mean, I think there's much better cards that need the climax space. So I think you just completely pass on this. You already have a self-tap salvage Brainstorm that has a somewhat relevant other effect with the Merlin from set 1.
What is the second effect on the Merlin?
Just 500 to middle.
500.
On turn or always?
Always.
Always.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's... Unless you need the stock soul for some reason, that sounds strictly better.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try this. I don't believe that this is going to be worth the climax slot.
I mean, worst case, it's a self-tap salvage Brainstorm, which is worth a C.
Mm-hmm.
Playable card, but I don't know.
At least a yellow self-tap Brainstorm, if you really need that yellow that bad.
Yeah, chat making an okay point. The stock soul lets you play a stock soul to pump extra 2 souls to the Escanor finisher.
That's true too. Yeah.
So if that's an angle you're going for,
yeah, you could play like that, or
but I think if I was
Gale Thunder 2, obviously.
Yeah, if I were gonna play a stock soul, I think I'd play the Gale Thunder 2/1 from set 1.
Yeah.
Wait, the Escanor finisher also needs a climax though.
Yeah, but you play 4 of the
when you
stock soul,
trigger
4
it.
of the
Gotcha.
All right, let's moving on, Tanner.
All right, we have 2K Hawk at the beginning of attack phase. If there's a character, it can run to any open position, and you can pay 1, sack this, look up to 4, take any character. Seems fine. It's a plussing 0 that does another thing that can help dig you for your level 1 combo early. 4 cards is a pretty decent amount of mill for what you have, and it's most likely going to be your opponent's not going to try field you every single game. I like
this is definitely a really good going first card.
It's a nice runner that also scales pretty decently into the late game. It lets you once the usability of the runner is done, it's still relevant in giving you a little bit of deck speed. Also, it sounds.
I think that's something that Seven Deadly Sins needed. I didn't think that this set had a lot of deck speed other than cigarettes at level 1.
Yeah.
So with having this, it's very nice.
Yeah, chat's saying that one of us is too loud, so it's probably me. So I'm going to turn myself down a little bit. Let me know if that's any better there.
It could also be me because I wasn't tested with everybody else.
No, you're all right. I'm recording my computer audio,
okay.
So you and Tyler sound okay to me. So you guys are probably all right. It's probably me. But yeah, the Hawk seems pretty all right. The deck speed is definitely the plus side to this card, because otherwise, if you're looking for a runner, the Gale Thunder Center runner from set 1 is a lot better.
Yeah. Deck speed, I think, is extremely important, though. You didn't have much in the first set.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tyler.
All right. We have this level 1 4500 Melios. If you have another Melios wielder of Lost Vein in your center stage, it gets the following 2 abilities. It gets 500 power for each other Britannia character, so it sits at 65. And then on attack, you can look it up to 2 cards from the top of your deck, choose one from among them, put it back into the deck, and put the rest in the waiting room. So it's choose your trigger. And then on play, you can ditch a card, search for this same Melios, and play it on any stage position. I have no idea how to feel about this card.
Yeah, so you turn a card in your hand into a second copy of this, and then
Mhm.
they both sit at 6,500 and choose trigger.
Pretty good because it just reoccurs itself. As long as you have one, you're bound to get another.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if you're playing something that really needs to push triggers,
if
you
you're
know,
playing 8 choice, you're probably playing a lot of souls anyway.
Yeah, this also allows you to build resources a little bit quicker. You can sculpt triggers into choice triggers
Mhm.
if you're looking for some extra stock in the early to mid game. But
They said that I'm the loudest, bro.
yeah, I turned you guys down a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully, yeah, give me a sound test real quick.
Yo.
You're still a little bit loud.
now.
Okay, that should be better. Hopefully we should all be roughly the same volume now. But yeah, this card's neat. I don't know how to feel about it. My first instinct was to stick it in a deck where you're not playing a level 1 combo. Yeah, so it's like say you're playing the Elizabeth Brainstorm combo, or if you're trying to play like the new Diane early play spawner that we'll talk about in a little bit into something else, and you don't have the climax space for a level 1. This is something that gives you a decent level 1 game without the need for a combo, especially
It
since
also gives you one more card deck speed too.
yeah, it thins your first deck by 1. And
Gives you a ditch out as well.
and if you're playing a plussing trigger, which in yellow you're probably playing at least choice, it lets you get your pluses off at level 1 still by manipulating your triggers into those pluses.
The only thing that makes me a little sad is that it has to be played from hand. You can't also do it off the effect, so you can't just spam out 3 of them.
Right.
That's
That's a Sora player talking.
yeah,
Yeah, Miko Sora player.
I think it's a pretty good card. And then if you have the Merlin Brainstorm in the back, the middle one could sit at 7.
Yeah, that's not horrible at all.
No.
There is a synergy with this that I was thinking about a little bit while I was putting the slideshow together, but I'll save that for the card that I think it would work all right with when we get there.
All right.
But
Then we probably
overall,
can move on.
I think this card is yeah, I think it's got some niche uses.
I'll do like C plus B minus because I'm not sure where this is gonna
It's
go.
real interesting, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you play, they sit at 65. If you play a 2K counter, you know your opponent's probably not hitting over this card's lane, and you can do it again next turn.
Uh huh.
So definitely not the worst thing, especially if you're not playing a level 1 combo.
Yeah.
All right, the boy, the Escanor Finisher, level 3. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, you may heal 1. When this card attacks, if the choice is in your climax area and this card's soul is 4 or lower, and you have a full field of Britannia characters, you may pay 1 and put 1 Escanor Master of the Tavern from your hand into your waiting room. Somebody else grab that real quick.
Yep, I got you. The little guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's big. There we go. The little guy.
And if you do, during this turn, during this card's attack, this card deals attack damage in instances of 1 instead of a big clump. So say you attack with this, and it's got 2 souls on its own. You pay the cost. It's got 3 with the climax. If you trigger, that's 4 damage. Your opponent is taking 1, 1, 1, 1 instead of 4 as this card's finisher effect. This card is pretty strong, pretty decent at finishing out games when your opponent is say like 3-5 or 3-6, and they need to eat only 1 or 2 more damage to end the game. But as far as like pushing damage and getting your opponent to that point, this card is not the one for that.
Yeah. There's other Escanor cards that are pretty good at pushing though.
Yeah, all of the Escanor cards seem to have like soul trigger synergy, so that does help deal a little bit of extra damage during the middle stages of the game.
the 0 that it comes with, we'll get to here in a bit, but it's basically a 2K version of the Aqua Rookie. So it's a card that you definitely don't mind playing 4 of in your deck. So
Yeah,
that's
for
not
sure.
like a downside of having to ditch the specific card. Just requires a little extra sculpting.
But if you can flex into some like off finishers or something to help you push that extra damage to get your opponent into kill range for this card, the instances of 1 are super, super good, especially if you trigger, say, like the Stock Soul for Elizabeth that we just saw. Then you're burning 1 upwards of 5 times, which is an insane number. But this card's probably.
I'll probably give it an A.
I don't think it's quite that good. I don't simply due to its lack of reach. It's
I
really,
mean, lack of reach is a reason to give it a lower score, but I think with the cards that have been released alongside it can make it pretty good. I like the Escanor package as a whole.
the Escanor cards are neat, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those cards that I saw, and I'm like, wow, I really think that this set might be pretty cool and actually worth paying. And yeah, like someone mentioned in chat, there's already something that can pump an extra soul, being the 1/1 Merlin that we'll get to. And there's other soul pump cards. So the fact that you can pump him to 4 before he attacks pretty consistently.
Yeah, and then trigger for even more instances of 1.
Playing, at least 1 choice or 4 choice, maybe either that Sock Soul choice or 8 choice. Means you're probably playing a lot of choice triggers in your deck already. So I think once your opponent hits 3, it has enough reach that if you double this, that they're probably dead.
Yeah, 1s are really, really good. I know that Summer Pockets in Japanese has a finisher very similar to this, and for whatever reason, people aren't super high on that. But I think this is cool. This is the first time we've seen this type of effect in English, so I'm definitely excited to play around with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this as an A though, because I believe that this is gonna be a really good combo.
And another good point from chat: if you play the Brainstorm combo into this, slamming the Stock Soul lets you get back your level 0 Escanor for this combo really, really easily.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's always free. You can always take back at least a 0 off the Elizabeth combo.
That's true. That's just better retrieval than playing the cigarettes combo. Because that's what I was thinking of. You just play 8 choice cigarettes into Escanor.
But all right, our next Escanor card here. This might be my favorite card in the set. I love this card so much. Tanner, this is yours.
Yeah. When this becomes reversed, if its battle opponent's level X or lower, you may send that to stock. X is the number of these that are in your waiting room. So this is a bomb that's always a level 0 bomb, but it can bomb level 3s for free. And this card's super sick.
Yeah, here's your Escanor flavor. As the sun gets higher in the sky, as you get more copies of these in your waiting room, he gets stronger and stronger until he can kill pretty much anything.
This card
bombing Rushia would be cool.
But yeah, having 3 of these in waiting room and killing like a Kanata or a Rushia is like the wet dream of this card.
Yeah.
I don't know how good it actually is, but baseline it is a 500 power hard removal bomb, so it's pretty cool in my book.
I think you're gonna most likely be able to make this just a level 1 bomb at the lowest, because you're probably gonna always have one of these engraved.
Yeah, with the new deck speed you're getting in the set, I think having multiple of these in waiting room is going to be a higher instance than most people think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can count on 3.
Correct.
No.
Because I mean,
you can definitely, like Tanner said, have guarantee of it being a 1 though.
Between triggers and the innate randomness of a randomized deck of cards in a trading card game, it's hard to guarantee you'll have 3 of them in your waiting room at any time. But in situations where you do, if you're playing 4 of these, it'll feel really good. It'll be really cool.
Yeah.
All right, next card.
Is this me?
Yeah.
It is.
All right. We got, when this card is placed on stage from hand, you may pay the cost, which is ditch a card. If you do, reveal top choose one level X or lower character in your waiting room and turn to hand. X is equal to the level that was revealed. And what's this profile called?
You call it Rico.
Rico.
Yeah,
Rico.
after the Rico back row from Love Live Sunshine.
Okay. And then just on attack pump 500. Rico effect is good. I like it, but I think on attack 500 is kind of meh.
It's whatever, yeah. But I think the Rico effect is the fact that it can ditch any card is super good. The fact that you can baseline always take back a 0 is really nice. If you're playing in the Escanor deck, you can always take back your Aqua Ricky for the finisher.
Or the bomb.
Or the bomb. But yeah, if you need ditch out, this card is a decent option for it. 500 power, while not massive, can be relevant in some cases. Though this card itself isn't going to be really killing anything at 500 power itself.
Yeah.
But I dig it. I'm glad Seven Deadly Sins has a Rico style profile. I like them a lot.
Yeah, Rico is extremely helpful because if there ends up being a deck where consistency matters, then it could get hit kind of like Nino.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we're not here to talk about Quince right now.
Nope.
I've got this level 0, this little guy Escanor. When he is sent from the waiting room to the stage, you can pay 1, set a Britannia character at the bottom of your clock from your waiting room. If you do, check the top 2 cards of your deck, add all Britannia characters from among them to your hand, and discard the rest. So Seven Deadly Sins already had an on death Aqua Ricky style profile like this in was it a Diane from set 1?
It was Diane, but she was clock top instead of
she wasn't able
clock from waiting room.
Mm-hmm. Which, depending on the deck that you're playing, being able to clock from waiting room both guarantees that you don't clock a climax from the top of your deck, and also can let you set color in some decks where you extend a little bit harder, as we all know from Hollow Live at this point.
Can't go wrong with the Aqua Ricky profile though.
But yeah, 2K is a little small, but the card's real good. Being able to +2 off a single card.
I mean, all it is 2K instead of 3,500 in the center. It's 2K can be on the sides.
Yeah, I mean
I think this is a very, very good card.
I mean, that's the only reason it's not like an A or higher is it's not Aqua, because Aqua and Laplace are just too disgusting.
They're broken, yeah, but I'm gonna give it an A because I think the profile is still gross.
Yeah, I think the profile alone. I mean, I did finally, when it mattered, over in New York, have the worst possible, pay 1. Clock yourself neg, but when the amount of times that happens is so few and far between, I think that this profile is just always a +2.
Yeah, the downside to playing an effect like this as opposed to a traditional Ricky is it blocks off your ability to play events, since this effect whiffs on event cards. And Seven Deadly Sins does have some interesting event cards, like the wanted poster from set 1, the backup check 4 add a character,
and the tree.
Yeah, now tree. Yeah.
Tree's hype. I didn't think about event, so I will drop it to a normal A because tree's so sick.
Tree's hype, yeah.
Okay, this is Tanner.
All right. This Elizabeth 2/1 counter, and you can ditch a card or ditch a character when you use the backup, and your 3/2 finisher Meliodas or from last set gets neg soul 2. This card is sick. Pay 1, ditch 1, neg 2, and then it's pay. What's his combo? It's pay 2.
It's a pay 1 when the character across from it attacks burn.
So yeah, so you can just basically pay 2, ditch 2, and then your opponent doesn't deal damage to you, and you do 2 to them, and you're going to be over it because it'll make your card massive. This is pretty hype.
The true full counter, yeah. If you're trying to make set 1 Meliodas work, this card goes in that deck. It's at worst a 2/1 2500 counter that you're playing over like a memory kick or something, but it's
you don't have memory kick in the set.
There's no memory kick in Seven Deadly Sins.
You'd have to cut like a free fresh instead of playing 2.
Okay, but I think in a deck where you are cheating the level 3 Meliodas into play somehow, the ability to give it -2 souls to save yourself some damage, since the finisher effect doesn't push too hard, is a pretty valuable new tool for the deck.
I think this is extremely interesting. Definitely going to have to give this some more testing now. I'm not exactly sure where this falls in line though.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a C+ because it's definitely got niche uses, but it doesn't seem overtly busted to me on first read. It seems pretty expensive.
I feel like this could either be really good or really bad. I don't think there's an in between.
Yeah, I mean,
I think if this wasn't tied specifically to the Meliodas, that you're not really getting out early consistently, you don't have like the tools you like to always get it out on 2 and to spam it 3 of them out on 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that hurts the consistency of when you use this card, I just think that due to the card it's attached to, it's too slow. By the time you're nag soloing, I mean, I don't think it'll matter.
Yeah, Tyler. I've watched Tyler play the set 1 Meliodas anti-burn deck a ton, and it always seems like you're tapping out on stock just to burn, and you might not have enough to get the neg soul off.
I think
You know,
when we see the Diane that's coming up, that could potentially be the deck that this goes into now.
something where you can cheat the Meliodas into play
Yeah.
too, because before you would just have to get to 3, pay 6, drop them down. You've got your anti-burn board, but now you have no stock.
And you have no stock, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you attack with your Meliodas 3 times, and you've got 3 stock, and that stock is going to be used to burn them too when they attack you.
Yeah. Well, we can talk more about that when we get to the Diane.
Yeah. All right, Tyler.
All right, we got 2/1 Meliodas, Overcoming His Past. He's a 7k that combos with a yellow card stock soul. If you have full field, he gets -1 level in hand. And at the beginning of your Encore step, if this is in your center stage and you have a full field, you may pay the cost, which is put the climax into the waiting room. So free cost, pretty much. And if you do, choose up to 2 Britannia characters in your waiting room and put them to hand, and then it gives 1,000 power cross turn.
And there is a card that makes this free as well.
Yeah, there are 2 synergy cards with this that we'll see coming up here. I think one pumps power and one removes its cost or something.
Do you want to skip to those now? So we can get a good idea on how to rate him?
Look at the whole package.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Let's jump to 19 here then.
Alright.
Druid Chief Zaneri, if this card is in your memory, the 2/1 Meliodas we're looking at gets -1 cost. And this card has act ability, discard a climax from your hand and send the standing card to memory. If you do, search your deck for the trial for the stock soul and put it into your hand. So it's a climax swap that requires this card to be sent to memory, but then while it's in memory, it makes Meliodas free.
But it's also not as good as a climax swap because it searches.
Yeah.
So you're taking a climax out of your deck even
You can
more.
also think of that as a better instance too, because if you don't have the correct climax in waiting room.
Yeah, but I mean, in a lot of cases, you can just brainstorm and get it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Usually you want to keep those in decks so you can cancel.
Obviously.
And the other one, Druid Chief Genma, has act, pay 1, put this standing card into memory, choose one of the 2/1 Meliodas in your waiting room and salvage it. And it has, while this card is in your memory, all of your 2/1 Meliodas get 500 power continuous. So one effectively bonds to it by killing itself, and one grabs you your climax while making him free.
I really wish this comboed with the same as the brainstorm.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then it would feel really nice, and the package would make actually I think be pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Without it, I don't know if it's worth it still. I mean, it would be basically you're committing. You have to play at least 2, most likely 3 of the card that has to be in or that goes to memory. The first one, what's her name?
The climax grabbing one or the
The climax grabbing one, so that you can get it so that you can play it without a cost, and then probably play a couple. I don't even know if you would play, other than the salvage. I guess it does get the card, but like 500 power. I mean,
It
I
would
don't
end up
think that does
walling.
anything.
yeah, because it gets 1,000
Because
power
if you get
cross when you combo.
if you get multiple in memory too, it becomes 500, then 1,000, then 15.
Yeah, because the card's already sitting at 8k. When you combo, it gets 1,000 power cross.
Well, it
So
doesn't get the 1,000 on attack though.
that's true, but it is sitting
So
large on the crackback.
yeah,
This card to me is a little reminiscent of the 2/1 early play combo from Persona, which is also a full field early play at level 2, but it's on reverse, draw 1, search 1. So this is obviously better than that, but it doesn't really feel horrible to slam your climax and +2 with a single lane without having to sculpt too hard. Even baseline without the memory stuff, I don't think this card is the worst possible thing. I don't know how many cards of each of the package you would play though. Probably
Say like 3 and 3.
I don't even know about the other one because I don't know how much that card has no utility besides the
Maybe
like
you don't play
grabbing
the
it.
Bonder one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if the 500 power is worth it. I do think you have to play the other one to make it free because then it makes the package worth it. So you probably play like 3 and maybe one of the other one. I don't know. I think the package is a little much for me.
Yeah, insight from chat. This is the first level 1 combo we've seen past set 1 that has Deadly Sin trait for synergy with Wanted Poster.
Yeah. Other than the TD one, of course, but that's not good.
Is there a
There's
level?
there's a TD melee dust combo, and it's
Okay.
not good.
Yeah, if this combo, they also said this combo would be pretty solid if it was Search too. But
Yeah, I mean, considering you are likely playing one of the Druid Priestesses or whatever they're called and ripping the climax out of your deck, I think being able to rip 2 characters out of your deck to compensate would be fair.
so I don't know. I don't think
I don't think it's
it, but
terrible, but
not the worst.
yeah.
It's also search up to 1 climax for the. So you don't need to.
You could just.
You could ditch the climax, send her to memory, and not search for the climax.
Just to make him free. I mean, it gives you a handout if you really need
It does
it.
give you a handout, yeah. I think that's okay.
I mean, it's definitely not terrible. I think a single lane +2 even for 1 stock is not the worst possible thing. But I guess we'll move on. We can talk about him a little more when we get to the druids or whatever for real in a second here.
Yeah.
All right, level 3 Meliodas. If you have 2 or more Britannia trait characters, this is 10/5. When this card is placed on stage from hand or by the effect of the level 3 Diane. So for context, this is a new Diane card with a climax combo with a bar that is Rushia-esque from Hololive in nature. It's on bar play, either burn 1 or spawn a character from waiting room to stage. So if you slam the bar with this and you spawn this card, he heals 1, and he also has on attack, pay 2, ditch 2, gain 2k power, and on reverse burn 4. So he is an off finisher option and also a healer for the Diane spawner deck. And maybe just a healing off finisher in general. He doesn't seem like a horrible card to me.
No. I mean, this could be your way to push damage with your Escanor.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing back when all this stuff was revealed. But then again, I'm gonna say the same thing for every off finisher we see.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
this card is far from bad.
Yeah, a healer that has a way to push damage. I mean, I'm sure it's what 11/5, 12/5. Yeah, 12/5. So decently solid. If you do it off the Diane, you have your climax down. So swinging 13/5, you're most likely going to have a card you're going to be able to reverse with that kind of power line. So.
Yeah, very rarely does your opponent have a full board of like 15Ks that you can't crest, unless you're like pre-ban.
I mean, another thing that you can think about with the Diane is If you end up spawning this out along with a back row assist, melee dust can get even bigger. Because they revealed either a new 3K or there's a global 15 that heals to stock
Yeah,
from the Diane spawn, but we'll talk about those later.
we'll see that in a couple cards too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think this card's really solid.
Let's talk about pigs.
Oh, I love this card.
well,
Card's so sick.
this is your card, Tanner. Go for it.
Perfect. All right, 30 power Hawk, the Transport. During your turn, this card is a level 1 3K, and on play, you ditch a card and look at your opponent's hand. Then you choose this event in your waiting room and salvage it. So the reason why looking at your opponent's hand actually matters, unlike 99% of the time, is because of this sick card. Where, I mean, I guess we can just talk about it now.
Tanner. Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Yeah, so if your opponent has at least one card in hand, you pick a random card in their hand, which if they don't shuffle, guess what? You know exactly what's where. And you call out a number. And if you call the number right, you can choose 2 characters in your waiting room and put them to stock. If you call it wrong, that doesn't happen. But regardless, you still get a search afterwards. So if you play your Hawk, you look at your opponent's hand, or you ditch a card, you look at your opponent's hand, you hope that they don't shuffle. Say they have an Aqua at card number 1. So you're like, okay, I know that's there, so it's 500 power. You salvage this event, you play the event for 1, you say 500 this card, call it right, stock 2, and then search 1. All in all, your hand goes even and you go +1 stock.
Yeah, so if you play the Bonder, it lets you see your opponent's hand, and then the event lets you potentially +1 stock if you either guess correctly or your opponent just lets you pick a card that you saw already if you're tracking the cards in your opponent's hand.
Which you can easily do if they don't shuffle, because they can't take their hand away out of sight, because that is against the rules. Therefore, you can always track the cards.
I guess that's true, yeah.
So if you are really good at playing the little cup game where they swap them around, this is the card for you. I love this card. It's super sick. C+.
All right, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't seen Seven Deadly Sins. You guys are the lore experts here. But from what I could tell, I was curious why this card was 30 power today while setting the slideshow up, so I did a little bit of research. And what I found was apparently Hawk gets this this earring or magical artifact or something that lets him see people's like Dragon Ball Z power levels.
Yeah.
And apparently Hawk's power level is 30, is why this card is 30 power.
Yeah.
Hawk's super strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's also the flavor of the card. You're able to look at your opponent and see their power levels literally by looking at their hand, and then you guess a power.
You avoid you're also on attack. You can avoid cost 0 or level 0 bombs because you'll be a level 1.
That's true. You are level 1. I guess that's to make up for the fact that this card dies on the swing back to literally everything.
He'll live. I'll use my 2,500 backup to keep my boy alive and survive a 2K attacker.
What's your power? 2,530?
2,530, yeah.
This card's sick. I love it, but yeah, it's not great. It's funny. You can do a little gotcha a couple of times to help generate some stock, but you're having to play an event that's essentially just pay 1 search, which is fine. And that sometimes is sick.
One search is like mask.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say like mask.
If it went to memory,
it's too bad that
insane.
it doesn't yeet itself to memory after you play it. Yeah.
If that was the case, this card would be very different. This card would be insane. Because then it's a guaranteed +2 or +1 stock compression.
But yeah, the flavors here and the card's really funny, but not fantastic, I don't think.
Love it. Best C+ in my life.
All right. We got this level 0 Meliodas. If your hand has 5 or more cards, he sits at 3,500, and then he's a climax swap.
As opposed to the set 1 climax swap, which is on play top 2 rearrange climax swap.
Yeah, and he's 1,500 power, I think.
It should be, because that's the Woody.
And he's also green, so...
So yeah, it depends on whether you're looking for that top card information, or the fact that this card is an oversize is pretty appealing. I'm with you there, Tanner. I think B+ is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, B+ is solid. I'm still on the side for the King climax swap, though, because I think the top 2 rearrange is too valuable.
The top 2 rearrange is really good. But the fact that this matches most plussing zeros these days, just as an opener, like if you don't need the climax swap, it's just a plussing 0 is
That's true.
Pretty appealing.
Still a really good card.
All right, we've got Green Pig, the Hawk Mama, casually saving the day. 1/0 backup for 0 power. When you use this card's backup, all characters in battle get the following ability until end of turn. So you and your opponent's character that's attacking you. When this card is put into your waiting room from the stage, you may put it back rested. So if you are being hit over, you can play this card and essentially give one of your characters free hand encore for the turn.
I hate this card.
Well, hear me out. Hear me out.
Change my mind, Tanner.
Your opponent, you have an honor. You have your Meliodas, the one that needs a Petri Ditchu on reverse.
Sure.
Your opponent's crashing in a level 0. This is your gotcha. You play this card, and their 0 is still stuck on the board.
Yo.
Got him.
You
Petri Ditchu burn 4.
You
guaranteed that they came back over.
On board.
Yep.
It's kind of funny, but I don't think that this is worth... Here, Tanner, I'll give you a plus for that.
No, Tanner. Actually, that doesn't work like that. It's May.
Oh.
Oh, okay, no.
Oh.
I'll give this a double F. This card's garbage.
I don't think it's that bad. I think being able to give something hand encore off of a searchable character is not the worst possible thing.
It is a character.
Just
That's
play a regular backup.
Like
instead of you have Leafa counter, you have Free Fresh, you now have they revealed other ones. I don't remember that.
Let me make my point. Clanad has this card in Japanese, and Clanad doesn't usually play this.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next card.
I'm keeping the double F.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's pretty bad, but...
All right, Tanner.
All right. 1/0 Escanor, 3,500 power. During your turn, if you have another character, it gets plus 3k. And if your trigger check reveals a level 0, or this gets +1 soul. That includes climaxes.
Yeah, so this card is almost always swinging for at least 2, unless you trigger a level 1 card, or a level 2 without a soul trigger.
Which I don't think there really are.
So this is one of your soul push cards for Escanor to try to help you get that extra early game damage in, so that you can end the game with your finisher. I'm actually a fan of this card. It lets you you could trigger a choice, and both trigger a soul trigger on your choice and get the plus or the stock off of it. And the same goes for any other climax.
Or a crit, and then you do 3.
I really like this because this is family that doesn't need a climax.
Care to explain family for the uninformed, Tanner?
No.
Okay.
No, it's similar to the Coco level 1 combo in Pixar, except this doesn't go to memory and pop back and swing. So this it helps standbys push a lot of damage. That's pretty sick. Your standbys make this card swing at 3, and you get a spawn.
Ooh.
I mean,
that's kind of spicy. I like that.
This in standby is really spicy.
This card is pretty solid. I mean, I want to go higher, but
I think it deserves the A+. I think this is the one reason of why Escanor is good. The level 3.
I don't think it's quite that good. I think the fact that it swings for 6,500 is good, and then it swings for 2 souls usually.
Yeah, level 1. That's really good.
Oh,
And if you slam a climax, that's 3.
okay. I guess you have a point. On first deck, being able
It's
to,
a good soul rush on first deck if you're
yeah,
still a 1.
which if you are playing a finisher without a lot of reach, Escanor in this case seems decent enough. I guess I am into this card. I'm just trying to play devil's
Or
advocate.
or you play this with your Bond, which we'll get to later.
Yo, yo.
Card's thick.
Tyler.
Alright, we got Nanashi. He's an 1,000 power 2/1. When he's played from hand, you can put the top 3 cards of your deck into waiting room. If there's a climax among those, you can choose one level 3 or lower character in your opponent's center stage and kill it. And also, when this becomes reversed, if this it's a stock Adachi at level 2.
It's an Adachi that can clear 2 lanes, and it's a level 2 as a penalty for that. I kind of like this card actually. I don't know if it's better than the 1/1 Elizabeth Adachi from set 1 that is.
It's not, and
they also got
a memory Adachi in the set. I don't think this will ever be seen.
It's cool. I like
They're
it.
so gross.
I think being able to clear. Okay, so it does just kill it. The one that if you hit a climax off the mill 3, it just kills it. But But I think the fact that it opens up 2 lanes is interesting enough to consider. It's definitely far from being unplayable. There might just be better options.
The way that I'm thinking about it is that level 1 Adachis. So if you are the one that is ahead, and your opponent plays at level 3, you cannot play this because it is not level 1,
Right.
and you cannot punish them. And that's horrible. And then if you are the one that's behind, your opponent can't even play a level 3 yet because they're ahead. I think this card sucks.
I mean, fair enough. We are in the age of 1/1 Adachis these days, but I'm salivating over here at the prospect of clearing 2 lanes with a single card. I love.
Well, good luck hitting a climax on the top 3 cards.
That's also true. You do have to hit the coin flip
every time.
I don't like this. I'm gonna give it a D-.
But yeah, this is the same as the Cart Titan Bomb from AOT. They printed the same card in their last English exclusive. Good job, Bushiroad. Copy paste.
I mean, how often is the Cart Titan even seen?
Never. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the blue deck plays actually. Nobody in Pittsburgh plays that.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, I'm more of a 1/1 memory Adachi kind of guy, if possible. But
yeah, I mean, we have a 1/1 memory Adachi, and then we also have a stand and swap Adachi. I think those are overall better than this one.
I love the double lane clear though.
Sure.
All right. Well, here's another 2/1. When this card attacks, Escanor 2/1 7k. When he attacks, if you have 2 or more other Britannia characters, which you should always, this card will get 4k till end of turn. It'll swing at 11. And when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you may pay 1, ditch 1, burn 1. There's more damage push for Escanor during the mid game.
I think this card is good.
Because you were saying you played a similar card in Rent a Girlfriend in the Ruka deck, right?
Yeah, and that actually felt really good because Ruka's ditch a specific vanilla 3k. This is ditch any card.
I mean, here's where I sit on this. If you're in choice, if like especially 8 choice, and you have extra hand and extra stock to spare, I think being able to push a little bit of extra damage during the mid game is massive.
yeah, I mean it's an 11k with climax 12. That's pretty solid. Be able to beat over most lanes.
So problem being here, you could just play an early play instead of this card at level 2 and swing for 2 souls straight up instead of attacking for 1, burning for 1.
Better numbers.
The numbers are better. It's just
sure.
It's just slightly more expensive.
I don't know where to put this card again. I feel like it could be good, but I also feel like it could be garbage.
I'm gonna give it a C because I don't think it's bad. I'm just trying to decide if it's better than straight up just like playing an early play.
Yeah, I don't think that there's ever a way where this card sucks, but I don't think it's gonna, be an overperformer.
But swinging for 1/1 instead of 2 if you have the extra resources is definitely better numbers and will help get your opponent closer to that kill turn a lot easier. Because it is frustrating when you're on your level 2 turn, you attack 3 times, your opponent triple cancels, they're still at the bottom of 2, and you're nowhere close to being able to kill with your finisher. So being able to even inch your opponent a little bit closer to that is potentially relevant. This is Tanner.
Okay. 3-2 Elizabeth. It is a global 15, not including itself. And when this card is played by hand or by Diane, it is a heal to stock.
So you're in theory able to play out 2 of these Dianes, slam your bar, spawn like the Meliodas into the 3rd lane in the front, heal 1, spawn this into the back, give your board global 15, and then stock heal as well. So that doesn't seem.
This is the only deck that this goes in.
Yeah. For sure. But
Diane heals from waiting room, correct? Or I mean, plays from waiting room.
Yes, like Rusha.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you keep your hand because of that. Yeah, I like this card in that deck. Definitely not in any other deck.
No, for sure.
Maybe in standby. I don't know what power.
I don't believe this goes in standby. There's just a frontal 2K for standby.
Okay, yeah. So then no, just exclusively in that deck. I like it.
In the green deck,
and everything else.
In the green deck,
yeah, in this deck specifically, I'll say B- with Tanner. If you play this in any other deck, I'll give it like a C.
Agreed.
All right, next card. Oh, we found the Druids.
We could just skip these since we already talked about them.
Yeah, so this one, well, let's rank them real quick.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, yeah, true. We didn't rank them.
Well,
so
you
this
also
one
do need the Diane or 3 memory for Diane.
Are you playing Diane in this list?
I'm not saying you are or you're not. I'm just talking about in general.
You could. This is potential extra memory.
It does help you get cards in memory.
You could play 2/1 Meliodas into Diane. That's an option.
But then you don't have any reach.
Your reach is to ping one with Diane.
Well, your Diane,
that's not much.
Ping, and she has 2 different off finishers she can spawn.
Oh wait, does Diane need green memory?
Oh, is it green memory specifically?
I thought it's just 3 cards in memory.
3 or more green cards in memory. Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
so not this. This is a different deck.
Okay.
Wait, is Diane garbage then?
Your tree.
There's 2 green cards that go to memory.
Tree, and isn't there also?
There's Tree, the Ricky, and there's a Druid girl in green too that also goes to memory for King.
I'm looking through now.
That's a guy.
Is it? I don't know. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Oh.
Okay, that's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
We'll talk about that in green. We're talking about 2/1 Meliodas right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this.
Would I give the Meliodas C? Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna give this a C.
Yeah, I think the whole package of the
Plus,
whole is probably just a C. Yeah.
I like that you can search the climax at like a very last ditch effort to find it.
I think this one specifically has a C+ because climax assurance and making your combo free.
Yeah.
It does make this.
I think this one's probably the D.
This one's like a C- or a D. Yeah, you don't necessarily need this one. The 500 power is potentially irrelevant, and since you only need 1 copy of the card, you can only resolve 1 with the climax anyway. You don't really need the search.
Yeah.
If you really want to, you could put 4 and 4 in your deck and try your best to get a lot of memory.
You could.
Then you need to ditch 4 climaxes and pay 8 stock.
Yeah, and you also need to sack standing characters, so you're effectively ditching cards from your hand.
Yeah.
too.
You need to pay 4 stock.
Oh, the other one doesn't need stock.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not actually as bad as I thought.
Yeah, so
okay.
This is definitely the worst one.
Yeah.
I hate this card. I'd rather just play like a drop salvager or a drop searcher. Because that's essentially what you're doing. But then this goes to memory.
Mm-hmm.
But it can only grab one specific card.
Yeah.
No thanks.
After skipping through those druids, I don't know whose card this is. Who?
Mine.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah.
When this card's placed on stage from hand, look at the top card of your deck, put it on top or in the waiting room. Good standby card. And then also, when this card becomes reversed in battle, you may pay the cost, which is pay 1, ditch a card, and put this into memory, and then choose an Elizabeth in waiting room and add it to hand.
There's a lot of cards with Elizabeth.
Wow, it's another memory card for not the correct color for memory.
Yeah.
This card, I think, is decent.
This is probably fine. Yeah, it gives you memory if you're playing like like an Elizabeth you want to be salvaging, like the set 1 choice combo, for instance. This card is also Holy Knight trait, if that's relevant for the Holy Knight deck, though you're playing it in a deck with Elizabeth, so you probably aren't.
I'm just gonna give this a C.
Yeah, if you're playing an Elizabeth heavy deck or a deck with a key Elizabeth that you need to be searching, this card's decent. It lets you work on setting your top card, and it goes to memory when its job is done. So, not horrible, but
Wait.
Huh?
Oh, okay. I read it wrong.
Yeah, but the fact that it's limited to grabbing only Elizabeth is a little bit awkward for it.
I read
It's
put
because
one card
the
from your
lore-
hand into memory, and I was like, yo. But then I read it again.
That's
and
not
it does
Elizabeth, that's Liz. She's got red hair.
Yeah, and Elizabeth is like the reincarnate of Liz.
Hmm. I mean, I guess that makes sense. She goes to memory and brings Elizabeth out.
Yeah.
Whenever someone dies, they go to memory.
The lore checks it. Yeah, right. We learned that from Pixar.
True.
All right, we've got Elizabeth, emotional support, level 0. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, you can mill 2. If there's a climax among them, you can ditch a card, salvage a character. And when this card is sent to the waiting room from the stage, you can pay 2 salvage. As a stock out for choice, it doesn't seem horrible, but it doesn't read super impressive to me. I like the fact that it can ditch anything for the first effect. A little bit of hand filter never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
But that's only it's only hand filter if you hit a climax, which is not necessarily reliable hand filter. You might just play the Rico at that point.
Yeah, I mean you do just play the Rico at that point. I think this is like a C-.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's there are cards you'd rather be playing at 0 and yellow, I would expect.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, Tanner, read this card if you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. 1/0 Elizabeth. It is a 3K hexproof, and you can rest it, choose a character, give it 1500 power until end of turn, then choose another character with the same name and give it 1500 power. So this is for either your 3/2 Meliodas typically. This could be used for the 1/0 Meliodas that we saw earlier that spawns a copy of itself. 1500 power is a decent bit of power.
I wish that was cross-turn power.
If it was cross-turn, it would be insane.
It would be insane.
Yeah, but it's a level 1 that's hexproof that does nothing really.
Yeah, if you're playing like an on-reverse combo, if you're playing like the new King combo, which we'll see here shortly, you're able to pump 1500 to...
2 of them?
To 2 lanes, yeah. So not horrible. I'm sure the intent here is for it to be used with the new Meliodas and try to have it swing at 8k.
Well, it would be swinging at 85.
Would it? It gets to 65 and then you pump 15.
Which one are you talking about?
The new one that
The
spawns a
1/0
copy
that
of
spawns
itself.
itself.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the 2-1.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, but yeah, the 1-0.
Yeah,
Yes.
because you're not playing 2 copies of the 2-1.
Well, the 1/0 would be plus. It would be 8. Because it gets plus 2k. It gets plus 2k if there's 2 of them.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it.
It's big enough already.
I like the it's an interesting effect. We've never seen anything like pump power and pump power and then give power to another lane under X condition before is an interesting type of effect. It's true the card is hexproof. You can throw it
I guess you can throw it in the front.
You can throw it
Yeah.
in the front and it's immune to tap.
Yeah.
So it having hexproof might be incidentally useful, but I don't think that saves the card.
No. If anything, it makes it just a regular D instead of a D plus.
Exactly. Hexproof level 1s are super OP against tap.
Broken.
Okay. Who's this?
That's you.
Okay. We got Arthur. 2/1 1500 power. If you have another Merlin and another character with Merlin in its card name, this card gets 8500 power and hand encore.
So it's a 2/1.
And it's 2 soul.
2/1 10k hand encore 2 soul. If you have a Merlin on board, and if you're playing the Merlin Brainstorm, you probably do.
Yeah.
So he would technically be 10-5 because if you play the Brainstorm, you can stick him in the middle. Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah, this card's super sick.
A 2/1 2 soul beater with hand encore seems pretty good. Yeah. I'm into it.
I feel like this is probably a really good card for the Escanor deck. I think just like Soul Rush at 1, Soul Rush at 2, play Escanor at 3. For the push.
You just play a bunch of stuff that just swings for 2 all game. Your opponent has likely or hopefully eaten enough damage to get close enough for Escanor to close it out.
Yeah, I like that.
I really like this card.
I didn't realize this card had 2 souls. And
I mean, yeah, this is like you play this instead of the Escanor 2/1.
For sure.
It sits 1k smaller, but has hand encore, and it swings, and it doesn't require. So essentially, you're just saving 1 stock.
You're saving a hand
every turn, and
unless you're
your hand encoring
unless you're spending that hand to save this, but
like assuming your hand encoring it, like.
But I mean, then you get like.
Why does this have 2 souls though? I think that's insane.
Yeah, I mean, worst case, it's a 2/1 with 2 souls. What's
the lore here? Does Arthur like Merlin?
Yeah. That's literally the only lore.
Okay.
And then Merlin's like, yeah, you're cool, and that's it.
You know, as long as that monster cat's with you.
Yeah.
You'll never die.
He'll never die. Thanks, Nanashi.
Yeah. So
except
it'd be really cool if you needed the monster cat for that quote to make sense, but apparently Merlin's a monster cat.
As long as Merlin the monster cat, is that the lore?
No, the monster cat is just a monster cat and does literally nothing.
Cool. Thanks, card. Good flavor there.
Card sick.
But yeah, the fact that compared to the Escanor, you are spending the hand to keep this card alive, where Escanor will just die on the swing back. Seems pretty good, where this card just sits at like 10k for free if you have the Merlin Brainstorm, which you're already playing on board.
Yeah.
I like it.
Card's good. This one's you.
This one's me?
Yeah. Yeah, this one's you.
2k, frontal assist, 2 level 3s. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, if you have 2 or more other Britannia characters, you may draw 2 and then discard 2. So this is an analog to like the 2/1 2k frontal assist to 3s that we see in like Slime that has act draw 1 ditch 1. This card gets to draw 2 ditch 2 up front. If you're looking for a frontal 2k power and you're not playing the old Meliodas where you're playing Elizabeth, this card seems decent. Frontal 2k to 3s is always a decent effect if you're playing enough level 3 cards that need the power.
Card seems fine. I don't know how many times you're going to play this from hand. It's only 1 cost, so I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Seems fine.
yeah, it's not like it's a standby card. If you
Yeah.
need the power, you need it. Sometimes the draw two ditch two will get you out of sticky situations.
It is
Yeah, I think
draw
it's just
two
fine.
first, so you can't hand out over deck. That's the only thing. If it was ditch two, draw two, that would be hype.
Well, if you got 3 cards in deck, you can.
True.
The chat's telling me our lore masters are wrong. Merlin likes Arthur. It's the other way around, apparently.
Oh.
Same
Well, yeah, same thing. Then Arthur goes, yeah, you're cool, Merlin.
Brian.
All right, Tanner, try to read this card.
Why do you keep giving me these?
Tanner has the worst eyesight out of the 3 of us.
Yep. 2/1 Arthur, 5500 power. On attack, this card gets X power until end of turn, where X is equal to the number of something characters your opponent controls. I just think it's number
When this
of
card
characters.
attacks,
Yeah,
gets
number of
gets
characters your
1,000
opponent
power
controls.
per character your opponent controls.
And also on attack, if you have 4 or more characters, choose one a character and
It
give
gets
it
plus
plus
2
2 soul.
More soul pump.
The
Is
only
that
thing
good
there is
for-
it can't do it to Escanor because that would make Escanor 5 soul with
With
climax.
climax.
True. So
So
that does
if it's
not
plus,
work.
if it was give plus 1 soul to up to 2 characters, that would be sick.
Yeah,
That would be really good.
But
I
with
think the other
this-
Arthur we just looked at is strictly better.
I mean, I think they serve different purposes.
Because
I don't like the cards that come down, swing
it-
big, then sit small.
It helps you side.
This card does let you set up side attacks. Plus 2 souls a lot.
So if you
Yeah.
side with Escanor, how does that work? Does your attack go off before the minus souls or what?
No, it goes off after. Any damage you would deal is just converted to instances of 1.
So when
if they
you
leave
side
you at
attack,
level 1,
so when you
then you
side
can.
attack, then you would still not be able to pay cost because you'd be at 5. Is that how that works?
I thought when you declare side, it would become a 3.
Does it become a 3? Does it become a 3 instantly, and then you can pay cost? Is that might be how that works? Yeah. I'm actually not sure of the. They probably both trigger when your character declares a side attack, so you can probably
Choose the order.
Yeah, so you can probably take the minus souls first, and then pay for
All
the
right.
combo. I would imagine.
Well, then this isn't that bad.
That's a weird
It's
corner case, though.
fine. Yeah, I don't.
I'll give it a C minus.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't see a lot of cases where you'd play this over the other Arthur 2-1.
No, the other Arthur's way too good.
I'll drop it to a D. Yeah.
They said when you side soul reduction happens immediately.
Okay.
Okay, so then it does work.
Yeah. Thanks, Patrick.
Hype.
Cool.
All right.
Already talked about
yeah,
this.
We talked about this already.
Dang.
Yeah, if you're playing it, it's better with the Bonder because you get to check your opponent's hand and potentially get a +1 stock. It'd be better if it went to memory. It's fine. It's like
Yeah, that's mine. It's okay.
all right.
S plus.
And that's it for yellow. And since we're live, we're gonna jump right into green.
Yo, hype.
Let's go. I don't even know whose card we're on anymore.
I think this is mine because Tanner read the really blurry Arthur.
Oh, okay. And we skipped the amulet. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so we have Diane. When this becomes reversed in battle, you may pay the cost, which is pay 1, put the top card of your deck into clock, and put this into memory. Then you look it up to 3 cards from the top of your deck and choose a character from among them, reveal to your opponent, put it in your hand. And also, Alarm, when this is at the top of your clock, and this same card is in your memory. At the beginning of your main phase, you can ditch a card, look it up to 3, take a character.
That's hype.
Is it hype though? It's a Ricky without selectivity that goes to memory. And then over the course of the game lets you clock extra copies of your Rickies for ditch first, then check 3 at a character.
Yeah,
Speed.
that's hype.
I don't really like it, but if you're playing the green memory stuff, you need to play this card. I think the fact that the first effect isn't selective. That the fact that it's not like a normal like check 3, clock one of the 3, and then salvage type of Ricky. Instead, it's just like check 3, add any card from those 3. Turns me off from this card a little bit. But it's.
I think that this card is good. Whoa, you're being a little too harsh there.
I don't really like this card.
I mean, I think it's a card that goes to memory starting at 0 that is green. I think that alone warrants a B.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing the green stuff, you must play this card, and probably at 4 copies.
And then also, can you? Ollie's saying he's good.
All right, Ollie, jump into the voice call, Ollie. Whenever you're ready.
He can't. You have to give him the. Oh, he can. He's in here.
He has the rule.
He has the rule, so he should be good.
Get in here.
All right. Well, let's continue while we wait for him. We got some cards to go through.
All right, King. During your turn, if there is a green card in your memory, this card gets 2k power. It sits at 6,500 on your turn. When the bar is placed on your climax area, if all of your characters are Britannia, so always, this card gets the following 2 abilities until end of turn. The character facing this card cannot be returned to hand, moved to another stage position, or be put into memory. And when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, search your deck for a Britannia character, reveal it to your opponent, and put it into your hand. So it is a 7,500 on reverse search that turns off almost every way that your opponent can deny it, except for playing a backup and hitting over you. 7,500 is not a horrible power line. It hits over most things at level 1. Unless your opponent has generated some sort of super unscalable board and is sacking incredibly hard at level 1.
Hi, I'm here too.
Ollie's here now.
Just sent you the slideshow too, Ollie.
I just saw it. Yeah, we're doing this off the cuff. This wasn't rehearsed. Trust.
I've got to add Ollie to the box now.
Yeah.
Damn, I got hit back just in time to start green.
Yeah. I really wish that this king was kind of like the Pekora in Hololive or the
what happened, bro?
Shaltir.
That's not the right card. I added Ollie to the box.
In Overlord 2, where if there's no character across from it, it also gets the effect. The fact that it needs a character to reverse is kind of sad, but I still think the card's pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, it's an on-reverse combo that searches. It's
I mean, on-reverse combo that searches, and literally no matter what is in front of it, as long as it's bigger, it can't get away.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-run, can't pop back to hand, can't pop to memory.
The big denial to this card is cards that can't be reversed by cost zeros.
Yeah.
I think there's a bigger problem with this card, to be honest, and that's the fact that you need a green card in memory for it.
Yeah, at level 1, sometimes you don't get set up, and if one of your only green zeros that go to memory, there is one other one that we'll see here in a little bit, is this Diane, the one that we just looked at, and it needs to be reversed in order to go to memory.
That sounds really rough.
Yeah.
The other one is at beginning of climax phase it goes. Oh wait, no, it's if it's in memory. When does that go?
I think it's just like
1 time standing. Look at top 3.
Sack standing card or something.
Yeah, there it is.
So you can spend the stock, sack the standing card to.
It's a little spooky. They only printed 3 green memory cards.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this
card... I guess if you run 4 of each one.
Yeah.
You'll see one of them, hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too hard to get a green card into memory, though, for the level 1. You should at least have 1 Diane, 1 of the, what's it called? The Hellbram.
Yeah.
I mean, if your opponent sees your king, they could potentially side your Diane to stop you from getting memory if you're close to leveling and you don't have it yet.
I mean, you just crash.
I guess that's true. Yeah, you crash the Diane first.
You crash first, and then you have your effect live. But then they would still. Then that's just for power. Yeah. So.
But I mean, if you're in like a standby heavy meta where you're the meta or the 1/1 unreversibles are all over the place, this card's pretty cringe.
You just don't play it then, obviously.
Yeah, if you're in Obro meta, if Saikano somehow becomes really good in English, this card might be decent for killing off those those cards that pop back to hand. So I think it's all right. It's a meta call.
I
Maybe
mean, it's
Yeah.
on choice, so or I mean bar.
yeah,
So
bar
like
is a good
looping,
trigger
it's
for
pretty
level 1.
easy. So
We do love bar level 1 combos.
All right, this card's sick.
This card is Tanner, I think.
okay. This is a self-tap salvage brainstorm. So you got another one. This one in green, and it is rest one of your Holy Knight characters. Choose a Holy Knight character in your waiting room, and the bottom card of your clock, and exchange them.
Mhm.
So it helps you set your colors for Holy Knight specifically.
Yeah, just keep that first effect in your memory bank for now. We'll come back to that in
Yeah.
a couple cards.
I mean,
I think
again,
that this is an important card because before Holy Knight didn't have a brainstorm that was not bound to 2 specific climaxes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a generalized brainstorm for Holy Knight trait, which got a lot of support in this set. Surprisingly, is something they really needed.
She has a good face.
Yeah, look how happy she is.
She's so smug.
He is smug.
She's also fucking kind of OP in the show.
Is
TBH.
she?
Yeah.
Ollie's our new lore master. You guys got fired.
Yeah,
after
she-
the
I mean,
she-
she's the love
Arthur
manipulator.
thing.
Yeah, she makes it so that you like love her like no matter what or something.
Oh, yeah, that's
So it's
okay.
like Boa from One Piece.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I heckin' love SDS. This is me, right?
I think this is me. The next one's
Oh
you.
no, Tanner did the last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So when this card becomes reversed, if you can look at up to 3 cards from the top of your deck, choose a climax from among them, reveal it to your opponent, put it to your hand, put the rest in the waiting room. If you put a card to hand, choose a card in your hand, put it in the waiting room. So it's a Kome.
Kome height. Unreversed Kome kind of cringe, but it is a Kome nonetheless if you're playing a deck that needs to aggressively dig for climaxes.
This card is
awesome.
exactly in Bowfree, and I hated that card.
It's exactly in Hollow
It's
Life
yeah, it's
too,
exactly
except
in
in
Hollow.
Yeah, I don't think it's all play ever in either of those sets.
it was played in Sora Mika before Premium.
Yup.
That's
That
cringe.
was it.
What's your level 1 combo for Holy Knights?
Gil Thunder, I
yeah,
think.
you either play the
from set
the
1.
Gil Thunder 2-1 early play from set 1, or we'll get to my spicy brew here in a minute.
Yo,
Is it a
Denzel.
bar?
No.
just
They're both
Stock Soul?
stock soul.
Oh, okay. So I guess it's like fine. I don't know. Maybe Holy Knights is scuffed enough you would still play this.
Yeah, maybe just to grab your stock soul since you don't have a lot of climax assurance.
We'll give it a plus. I feel bad for him. His name's Hype.
He's so
Death
useless.
Death Pierce.
His name is incredibly high, but he's pretty useless.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he's a jobber.
All right, Ollie, all you.
All right, we got this Grimoire reverted to a child. 1/1 level 500 level assist alarm. If it's on top of your clock and you have 3 or more Britannia characters at the beginning of your climax phase, you can draw 1, ditch 1, and then it also has shift. That is correct. The alarm and the shift icons are literally the exact same.
Yep, they're just that clock.
Yep.
That's really funny.
This card's kind of weird because it's the clock conditioned for the Holy Knight early play. So you definitely need to play some number of copies of this. I don't know
I
how
guess
many.
we could probably play 3.
So-
Yeah. I don't know how many copies of your 1/1 level assist you want to be playing, but you probably need to play more than you want to.
I feel like
Your
you'd normally
Brainstormer
only want to
helps
play
them, too.
2.
So like you clock this, get your draw ditch, and then it goes to your hand next
And
turn.
then you get
It's
it
kind
back,
of
yeah.
That's kind of broken. I guess
if-
if you're playing the 2/1 Gil Thunder, it pumps that,
It does. It pumps at 1,000, yeah.
so which is like not an irrelevant number.
Well, the issue is it doesn't pop back that same turn. You have to wait a turn because
No, it doesn't.
it's start a main. So
Yeah, so if you
if you have 2 of these and you cancel 3 times,
well,
you can infinitely loop them forever.
you can clock it. You can draw 2 off your clock, and then you can shift it back and miss the alarm effect immediately.
True.
I'm already loving this card.
And then you can't use it as your early play condition because it's the beginning of main phase.
No, you can.
Wait, is
Because-
this an EP condition?
Because you use this card needs to be in clock.
Oh, I guess that makes it a little better.
Wait, then how?
You use the first effect on the brainstorm.
What? Oh, yeah, but then it has to be in the waiting room.
Sure. You get it into you just ditch it somehow.
Oh, yo, true. You always have access to
That's what I'm
this,
saying.
so
Like you
can-
have access
you
to it
can
from a
put
lot
this
of
into your
places. It's
clock.
pretty sick.
Yeah, it's hype.
All right, C plus.
Yeah. Card's sick. Easiest C+ in my life.
Just play one of it and just put it in your clock when you need it.
True.
Yeah, I guess that does make it easier.
And you don't even need to hold it forever. You can just let it die.
Yeah, I mean, like, what the fuck else are you ever using that clock swap effect on that brainstorm, right?
Unless you're setting colors and Holy Knights are only blue-green.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can just eat a lot of green damage and need blue.
True.
That's me. I'm all about doing that.
That's me.
All right, we got this big old king. On attack, it gets plus X power. X is equal to the number of other Britannia characters you have times 1,000. So it gets to 14k on attack. And on the turn, this card is placed on the stage from your hand or by the Rushia-esque effect of the level 3 Diane. It gains pay 1 on reverse clock kick.
Hype.
This is literally just a better version of the TD Diane that also does the exact same thing.
Does it early play?
No.
Because that's kind of sick. This card's swinging at
Yeah.
15 with the Diane bar, and then
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, ignore the Diane effect. It's the exact same card.
and then hitting over like a Rushia or something and deleting it from existence.
By proxy,
Yes.
it's better.
Well, minus the one that was spawned.
Sure, yeah, we don't talk about Rushia.
I mean,
though.
Yeah.
I mean, this is only like good if you're playing with the combo, right? And there's
Yeah.
probably better combos to be playing.
In the context of the Diane,
Yeah, in the context of the Diane package, this card seems pretty good as an option.
I like it a lot. Card
Speaking of the
removal is
Diane
pretty sick.
package,
Here she is.
That's her.
Tanner.
Oh yeah, that's me. If your memory has 3 or more green cards, this can early play. And when you play the bar climax, you can choose a character in your waiting room, spawn it, or you can burn one, give this 1500 cross turn. Which I think you would always pretty much just spawn a card.
Oh, ever since this card's been revealed, I've always been thinking that this is really good.
Yeah,
But now with knowing that there are only 2 green cards that go to memory.
3. We haven't got to the tree yet.
Oh yeah, 3. The tree.
Wait.
Yeah, there's a 0, there's the Diane Ricky, and then there's the tree. Are the 3
Yeah.
green cards that go to memory.
That's really sus.
And the one's a king support card, so it kind of forces you into like the level 1 combo.
This card sucks. Why is it green only?
That's what we were wondering. We thought it was memory only.
Pre-green only, this card was hype, and there were some super sick lines, which still exist, but it makes it slightly
You just need to
harder.
play harder into green memory, which is kind of cringe, yeah.
I mean, I don't think playing the Ricky's that bad.
I'm still into it, but I'm more.
Makes it a little worse, yeah.
The cards that you put to memory are fine. It's making sure you get enough of them in your memory by 2.
Yeah.
I mean, tree comes on live at 2.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
have a
be
free
the guy.
2-0 event that goes to memory.
Sure.
I love the tree.
The tree
because
is
of the
pretty
tree.
good.
I'm not convinced, but you know.
I'm a
Maybe so.
believer.
I believe that this card is going to be okay, but the only bad thing is 3 green memory.
The 3 green memory is a little bit awkward, and whether that hurts this card too much to be playable is to be seen with some testing, I guess.
Yeah.
She's believing in her friends, and I'm believing in her.
All right.
Okay, we got the skill Thunder level 3. If you have another Hauser training buddy, this gets 1500 power in the following ability. When the card direct attacks, you can choose a Britannia character in your waiting room and put to stock. And also, you can, on attack, pay 2, put the top card of deck into your waiting room. If that card is a Holy Knight character, burn 2.
This sounds like a much better level 2 game plan.
Yeah, may as well read the Hauser here so we have the whole package.
Alright, the Hauser is if you have the
1/1.
the 1/1 level assist in your clock, he gets -1 level in hand. And if you have the Gil Thunder, this gets 2k power and the following ability. On attack, ditch a Holy Knight character and bounce a character for your opponent. And then when this card attacks, when this card's played, pay 1, spawn the Gil Thunder.
So it's a clock condition early play with the 1/1. When it comes down, you can pay 1, spawn the Gil. When it attacks, you can ditch a Holy Knight and open a lane for Gil Thunder to generate an extra stock.
This is
The only thing that's kind of awkward is that Gil Thunder sits bigger when he wants the direct attack.
Yeah, the one that wants the direct attack is the one that sits larger. Is a little bit awkward. But regardless of that, this is a pretty solid early mid-game package for Holy Knights.
Yeah, Brian was indicating to me that you can get this off at 1, actually.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there with the spice after this, but assuming without that, this just as an early play package, I think is pretty solid.
Yeah,
and gives you a good Holy Knights mid game.
This would be a reason I would want to play Holy Knights, to be honest.
Yeah, the bounce on demand just reads insane to me, and then the fact that you just spawn two soul attackers, one which benefits from that open lane is pretty good.
3 stock to double early play that you generate that stock back that turn immediately, unless you want to use the effects.
Yeah, the only downside is the bounce requires ditching a Holy Knight trait character, and the Gil Thunder pay 2, burn 2 requires a Holy Knight character top check, so you do need to be playing pretty heavily into the Holy Knight package there.
I don't think that's bad, though. I think they gave some really good Holy Knight cards.
No, I think Holy Knights have enough stuff to be maybe okay now, yeah.
I think if this was put in set 1, it would be a very different story, but I think having some more additional support makes this work.
Yeah, if this was revealed in set 1, the cards would be horrible. Because you wouldn't have enough Holy Knight cards to make it work.
Yeah.
Alright, this is Ollie.
Okay, and we got this level 0 Gearheed. She's like one of the fairy people, I think.
Yeah.
When this card is placed on stage from hand, ditch a card. If you do, choose a 2/0 event in your waiting room, return to your hand. And then when this is reversed, it's a clock bomb.
No.
Oh.
Read it again.
Oh no! It puts
Snipe Kazuma.
It's Snipe Kazuma. I see.
Yeah. Card's sick.
I mean, if you play the event, you probably play this.
Yeah, the 2/0 event is need a Britannia character. Choose one of the following effects. Either salvage a character and it goes to memory. Choose a character in your waiting room, put it into stock, and then give a lane 1500. Cross turn. Is that it? It only has 2 modes.
Yeah, it has 2 effects.
Okay,
That's 2 modes. It goes to memory regardless of what
if
you pick.
if you have less
2
than
or
3
less.
cards, less than 4 cards in memory, or less than. If you're not at 3 yet, it goes to memory. Yeah, if you're playing the tree, if you're playing the memory stuff, this goes in it. Agreed.
I love this card.
I think this card is really good.
It's aight.
Yeah, if your opponent has...
I'm going to give it a B.
If your opponent has something funny, you can disrupt with the Snipe Kazuma effect. It's funny, it's neat, but...
I don't think the Snipe Kazuma is what you play for. I think being able to bond to tree is insane.
The fact that tree has a bonder might be what saves the memory deck, yeah.
Maybe.
Card slaps. Tree's hype. Snipe's hype. There's nothing bad about this card in my eyes. Gives you everything you want, nothing you don't.
I don't want the Snipe Kazuma effect. I would have rather that be a clock bomb.
Why? It's so sick.
You can hard remove things. It's broken.
You can hard remove climaxes from your opponent's deck. That's at any time. You
we'll
throw
get
this
there
out
too.
at 3.
That'll
Turbo
be-
compress. Yeah. I'm playing it with that. Don't worry. Just you wait. You'll never see a climax in your deck.
What the fuck?
Alright, I think this is you, Brian.
Yeah, I got this level 0 elf dude. If he is in your memory at the beginning of your climax step, you choose one of your new king level 1 combos, your new king level 3 clock shooters that you can spawn with the Diane, or the set 1 king level 3 combo, and it gets 500 power for the turn. And then you get it to memory by act, pay 1, send a standing card to memory, check 3, add an event or a character from among them.
Grabs tree.
This card can also grab tree, yeah.
Hype.
I
I think this is a pretty decent card.
Yeah, I like it. Even if you're not playing the king, the fact that it can help give you some early game deck speed. It also helps you grab events.
Well, if you're playing green memory,
You're playing the
you're
clock
pl-
shooter
you're
no
playing the
matter
3-2.
what.
yeah,
in
then you're
that
probably
instance.
playing the clock shooter because it's pretty
Yep.
good. So at the very
Which
least,
makes
you
it
have
even
power from
bigger,
that. Yeah.
which is hype.
So
I think this is a good card.
again, in
Yeah.
the green deck, I think you play this. I mean, you have.
Well,
to.
you have to play
You
this.
must play
You
this
have
because
to.
there are only 3 green cards that go to memory. Yeah.
I believe you have to play 4 of each green card.
There's no way you can't.
No, I don't think you play that many.
I think you have to.
What?
You play
How?
You play 4 Rickies. You play 2 copies of this, and you play 4
3
copies of
trees.
Tree.
Why wouldn't you just play 4 copies of this?
I
It's
think
more,
you play
it's
4
more
of
memory
everything.
and more deck speed.
I guess, yeah.
Because you're. I guess you can still play the yellow because you're not locked into Holy Knights with
If
it.
anything, you just play like 2 of the event because you have a bonder for it.
And this can grab it. But the tree event's hype. It's free hand filter.
Once you hit level
Yeah. Damn.
3. Broken.
Just why I need
Broken.
it in my Weiss deck, more
Yeah.
hand filter.
I
Exactly.
played that card in Mob. It was in the trial deck.
Sick.
Tanner.
It's King.
Yeah.
2500 level 0. On play. Ditch a card and sack a card. And if you do, choose a character in your waiting room, put it to your hand. Choose a character on board, pump 1k. Card.
Eh.
So what are you trying to bounce with this? Oh no, it's salvages. It doesn't.
It's
bounce.
salvage.
Salvages.
Yeah, I missed.
It's
Okay.
Rem Bomb, but you have to do it on play, and you pick anything, not just it.
So you return it to your hand, and it gives a character 1,000 for the turn. It's fine. It's a Rem bomb that doesn't have to kill itself. It can kill something else too. Not that you wouldn't want to kill this. It's kind of bad, but
What do you mean? It's 2500?
I feel like the one in Key said other character. That's so weird.
we're not key. We're 7 Deadly
Yeah.
Sins.
Can-
We're English exclusive, English privilege.
I mean,
suppose.
is this worth running?
I mean, that depends on how bad the selectivity in green is.
Well, this can
So
help
far,
you
it
grab your
doesn't
memory
sound very
cards.
good.
This can help you grab your memory cards.
Yeah.
Absolute worst case. Yeah, I guess it's fine baseline. Yeah.
It's whatever.
If you need it, you need it.
It's. Yeah.
I don't think this is worth being played.
I'm not a huge fan of it, but I mean,
I would like maybe play as a one of if
yeah,
I thought I
maybe
really
you
needed
play a
it.
single copy. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about where I'm at. All right.
All right. When this card is placed on the stage from hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at up to X cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 card from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest in the waiting room. So it's pay 1, ditch a character. Top check up to 5.
Access the number of
to-
your opponents.
Next to your
opponent's
opponent's
characters.
characters.
Potentially max 5. Yeah.
I mean,
Should be anywhere between 3 and 5 when you
Yeah,
use
but
it.
the fact that it keys off your opponent's characters, the fact that something you don't have control over is a little bit.
I don't think that matters too much.
it's basically like unusable at 0 because of that.
At 0, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like at 1, it's just like okay.
Yeah, I mean,
This is a better top check X than I think of the
It does grab
Elizabeth.
card.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can grab events, you can grab climaxes.
It might be fine.
I think this is pretty decent. I'll give it a C+.
Does Seven Deadly Sins have just like a normal pay one ditch a character check for, like a lifeline chains type effect?
They have a pay one ditch a character, I think.
Check for.
Let me see. I know they have one.
Well, if they do, that might be strictly better than this. But if not, this is okay dig in the mid to late game.
Yeah, it's a 0, 1,000 Melidos, yellow, pay one, ditch a character, look it up to 4, take one.
Okay, you probably just play that. The fact that this is
If this was ditch a card, I think it would be better.
yeah, the fact that this is so useless in the early game and potentially doesn't even check more than 3 at a time if your opponent's having a rough game. The variance on it is just unappealing.
True. I will knock that down to a regular C then.
Checking 3 means it's baseline a Kazuma,
But you, have to, but you must ditch a
but it's
character.
a strictly where's Kazuma,
Mhm.
so like you might as well just play a Kazuma if the set has it.
Yeah. Who's
This is Ollie.
Mine. We got mommy over here. Jesus Christ, look at those abs.
it's like Aaron.
She might have more abs than Aaron.
Aaron is free.
Yeah, but she's a giant.
She's
a giant. It's a 2-1 counter, 2,500 normally, and then if your one has a climax in their area, it pumps another 2K, so it could be a 4,500 counter. Starting to print these now. I don't know if they're good.
I like this card along with the Diane early play.
It helps let it live because it doesn't sit super big.
It sits at 10K. Unless you burn one, then it's 11.5.
It's almost like they're trying to push a package here in green or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Giants work together.
I mean, if you're playing against a deck that slams the climax a lot, it's pretty sick.
So it's a big backup, yeah.
Yeah.
I was informed SDS does not have a memkick counter, so this is an okay option if you need huge amounts of power for some reason.
What an
Yeah, no
unplayable
mem kick,
set.
which is really cringe.
Actually an unplayable set.
Alright,
I'm reading
we've
out you.
got,
Oh, look.
Diane, the Serpent Sin of Envy. During your turn, gets 10k power, gets to 13. On reverse, you may memory kick your opponent.
That's a really cool utility effect.
Yeah, this card's sick.
This card is strictly better than the Nanashi that you were going on about, Brian.
Yep.
Hey, the Nanashi clears 2 lanes.
No, it doesn't. You're gonna whiff it every time.
Not when you play your King Climax swap and you see a Climax in your top 3.
You just have to believe that you don't whiff.
But yeah,
I like this card.
13k is an extremely relevant amount of power. With the climax, gets up to 14, hits over most things pre-backup. So at the very worst, you're forcing your opponent to expend a card and resources to protect their thing from this, and it only costs you 1 stock.
Yeah.
Tell
Card's really good.
Tell those
I like
Quince
it a lot.
players to F off.
Yeah, get rid of it.
I don't remember if we can swear.
Yeah, go ahead, Ollie.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry if I demonetized you.
Yep, because we
yeah.
definitely monetized this channel.
All the
this panel.
monetization.
All right, this is Tanner. Talk about this card.
Okay. This is my... Oh my god, it's my turn too. You give me all the sickest cards in the set. Alright. You're sitting down. Your opponent's playing Don Machi. You smile. Because this card says you lose.
Not necessarily. This is only during your turn. Your opponent's events gets.
I didn't read. This card sucks now. During your turn, events get +1 cost while in your opponent's hand, and rest pump 1k cross. Or no, not even cross turn. Wow, I lost so much faith in this card when I learned how to read.
So it makes your opponent, if your opponent is Danmachi, it makes their knives during your turn more awkward. It makes Quince players playing Bracelet, it makes their lives more awkward. but that's about it.
Type.
PB Thonkin.
Sword art.
Sword art, opposition by the shield.
Yeah.
There are a lot of really niche interactions that are like pretty sick. Whether it's like worth a deck slot though, I don't know.
I really thought that this was 1,000 cross turn.
I did too.
Yeah,
That's
if
why.
it was
Yeah.
1,000 that sticks cross turn, or the Poggers +1 cost always to events.
You play against Danmachi, and then it's you're going into your turn after they were comboed off. And you just throw 4 of these down, and then your opponent just starts doing the thonk face and this art. You're like, huh?
Yeah, go ahead, try to knife me now.
Pay 4 knife.
Type.
That does sound really hype. Someone's gonna get got by this one.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
really
gonna be sick.
disappointed that I didn't read that properly.
Yeah, I know you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player. We get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can't wait to throw this down against a Danmachi player. They try to knife, and I'll be like, judge, my opponent didn't pay the cost for their knife.
And then
After they
start,
look at a card, you wait till they look at the card.
Yeah.
and then they start thonking.
All right.
I'm so sad.
That was sad.
Oh my goodness, I can't read this card.
Good thing Tyler can. I hope.
I can.
If your stock has 2 or less cards, this card gets +1 level and 1,000 power. Accelerate. Put 1 Britannia character from your waiting room at the bottom of your clock. At the beginning of your climax phase, you may pay the cost. If you do, this card gets 1,500 power and +1 soul until the end of your opponent's next turn.
Soul Rush. Let's go.
It sits at
Hype.
4K cross, level 1, 2 soul if you accelerate.
Yep.
You gotta go fast.
4K level 1s are broken.
S for speed.
You have Gil Thunder though, so I don't know if you'd want to play this.
Yeah, or you just play 3,500 center runner. It seems.
Yeah. Who also removes the top card of your deck.
Yeah.
So
Card's not good.
yeah, no,
Fine.
this card sucks.
I'll play it. I like Soul Rush.
Ollie.
I got this Diane. She's bleeding from the mouth. At the beginning of your opponent's attack step, if all your characters are Britannia, put the top card of your deck in your waiting room. If a card is level 2 or lower, this card gets the following ability. When this frontal attack, you may return it to your hands.
It's like a weird.
So
mill-
it's a
weird
it's a
mill
weird
coin flip.
coin flip. I mean, as long as you're not playing any 10 Commandments cards, that first effect is like not a real condition. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, even the 10 Commandments cards are Britannia trait. They
Oh,
Every
that's
I think every single card in the entire set is Britannia.
the 10
Okay, so
Commandments-
it's
They
not
are.
a real
yeah,
condition.
the 10 Commandments cards just trait off of 10 Commandments trait.
Yeah, they're also Britannia.
Level 2 or lower is like fine. This card's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's.
I still would rather just play Gil Thunder.
Yeah, you just play the 3,500s. You play Gil Thunder and you play the Meliodas.
Yeah.
Climax swap. I don't think this is ever really played.
Yeah, I can't think of a reason why you would, but it's not. It's not the worst.
It's not
option.
bad.
If you're trying to play like budget Seven Deadly Sins and you can't get the old stuff for some reason, despite the fact that a playset's like $100, you could play this as a +0 0.
Yeah. I mean, this is it technically shouldn't really ever die.
Unless you frontal attack into.
Unless you
something
flip a
bigger and-
3.
Yeah, unless you flip a 3.
Yeah, unless you flip a 3 or a climax.
Just don't play 3s.
True.
Don't play climaxes.
No,
True.
No, this
Then
works
she'll
on-
never whip.
This works on climaxes.
No, it doesn't. It's his character.
Character.
Oh, never mind.
So you
Well, you
also,
can't play
it
events
also
then
whiffs
either.
on the
Okay,
event.
This card sucks. I'm taking my plus away.
Oh, yeah, whiffs on events. Card's bad, actually. D-.
Probably, yeah, it's probably unplayable.
Yo, it's my boy Gil Thunder. Level 1 green. All of your other Britannia characters get 500 power continuously. When this
Hype.
card is placed on the stage from your hand, you may discard a Britannia character. If you do, search your deck for the 2/1 Gil Thunder combo from set 1. This card also has rest this card. Choose one of your Gil Thunders, and that card gets 1500 cross turn. So it makes your 2/1 Gil Thunder combo swing and sit at 9k cross turn, and searches for it. If you are
That-
playing the 2/1 Gil Thunder combo from set 1, I think you play this card.
It's actually like a pretty good support card.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you have the level assist out, it's a 10k cross
Yep.
turn.
Yo.
Yeah.
Cards actually are just unkillable. I'm down. Holy Knight's actually sounding kind of dank.
Just wait. 2 cards from
Yo.
now, you're going to be saying I'm playing Holy Knights in
Tyler
every
gets to read
event.
that card. Dang. I wanted to read that
Oh, I
one.
do.
All right, Tanner.
Okay. 1/0 King, 4k, and this card gets 500 for each of your other Britannia characters, so really 6k. And when this card attacks, you may discard a bar. If you do, it gets another 1k, and until end of turn, on reverse, salvage. So if you ditch the bar, it'll be 7k, with Climax down to 8k. Bar filter, kind of.
I mean, if you're playing 8-bar, he lets you filter out bars that you trigger in the middle of combat with your other 2 lanes. So, if you're playing 8-bar, yeah, kind of a bar filter.
You have
Kind
to
of.
ditch prematurely. Don't like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're an 8-bar, it's at 6k with full board and 7k if you ditch a bar. It's
Yeah.
all right. It's all right.
Yeah, it's
I don't
fine.
think it's bad.
Snipe a weak lane or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here it is.
Okay.
All
The
right.
card of the set.
All right. When this card's played from hand, if you have 2 or more Holy Knight characters, you can draw a ditch. And also Climax combo at the beginning of your Encore step. Pay 1, stack this card. If you have the level 1, is it level 1 Stock Soul? Yeah, level 1 Stock Soul
You can find
or
her.
lower.
Level 1 LREA.
And this card's in your center stage. You may pay the cost. If you do, choose a character with a level equal to or lower than your level +1 in your hand and put it on the stage position this was on.
All right.
Yep.
So hear me out. This card summons a level 2 maximum with its Climax combo. When you have the 1/1 in your clock, the Holy Knight early play package card is a level 2 in your hand. And you can spawn the entire what's-his-face Gil Thunder Children combo at the end of your
For
level
2
1
stock.
attacks. For 2 stock, yeah.
That is really funny.
I don't know if this is the combo you play.
It is.
That's
It's
definitely
so
the.
spicy.
That's kind of super hype though.
And you can crash another lane too.
I'm
because
gonna
you just wanna play
say
over it.
every single like high roll level 3s at level 1 deck I've ever played has felt pretty fucking miserable.
Oh, I'm sure.
I
This
love
one
them.
especially.
They feel great.
But you know, it does sound hype. Also, her titties are fucking massive. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I don't know who that is,
I
but
don't know what the lore
She's literally just a rando goddess. that he summons her, and then she like possesses him, and then he tries to fight one of the 10 commandments and just gets shreked. Like,
oh yeah, I do remember that.
like just head blown off. It was really
Rip.
funny.
Yeah, rip weird
Denzel.
weird standby guy, yeah.
This combo is really funny though.
Yeah. This is
down.
the spice combo. I was sitting there today trying to figure out, because this combo read completely out of place for me, like what the heck you were trying to summon with this. It must be the Holy Knight early play package.
Yeah. So to do that combo, to do your wombo, you need this card, the Climax, the 1/1, and both Holy Knight EPs. So you need those 5 specific cards and 2 other attackers. Or
The
2
other level
Holy
3 ones spawn from hand or waiting
No,
room.
Gil
I thought
Thunder
it was
spawns
hand.
from waiting room,
Okay, so it's 1 less card in hand.
but
That's
he needs
hype.
to
There
be
you
in
go.
waiting room. But if you get him in
So
hand,
you need 3 specific cards in waiting room.
do you?
I mean hand. I
Hand.
mean.
You need 1
4.
copy of this card, you need the Climax, and you need the level 3. That doesn't seem
And the
impossible.
1/1.
No, you can set the 1/1 with your brainstorm if you mill it.
Okay. Then you need 2 specific
Then
cards
you
in
need your
waiting room.
brainstorm, so you need one
And
of
you
the
need,
other.
yeah, you always need 3. Yeah. It's dank.
I'd
It's
estimate
really
you'd have
funny.
2 or 3 turns to get that together.
Yeah, good luck.
But at that point, you just early play it normally at 2.
No, I'm saying 2 or 3 turns if you start at 0.
Well, yeah, but then you're
That's
level
bold.
2.
I don't get 2 or 3 turns at once.
Yeah, I was gonna say good luck getting more than 1 turn at 0. My opponents Tri-Field Slam Climax on me every game.
Yep.
Yo, same.
If the game slows down in Soul Rock, this card's so sick.
Nice.
We're-
When they print my floodgates in this game,
Oh my god, floodgates are cringe.
this would be so sick.
All right, Ollie, you're up.
Okay, we got this king. He's protecting the forest. When your climax is played in a climax area, give a character 3k power across turn. And when your character's trigger check reveals a bar, you can ditch a card, and if you do, salvage a character.
Yo,
It's
just
actually
your
like
card type.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, actually, 3K cross turns is actually kind of sick.
It's like a lot of power. Yeah. If you play a bar, you probably play this.
For sure, it's because you're slamming climaxes all the time. 2-1 is.
Even if you really want 4 bar, to be honest, because it's fucking the first effect's on any climax.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. I dig it.
pretty sick. Cool card.
All right, we got this bowl cut dude. If you've got the Holy Knight Brainstorm in play, this card gets 7,000 power. Gets to 11.5 always if you have the Brainstorm in play. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, if your field is full, you can refund your stock. He's big,
Arthur's just better.
He's big and he's free and he swings for 1 soul.
The only thing is he is Holy Knight trait. I don't think Arthur's Holy Knight trait.
No,
Arthur is not.
Royalty trait. Big.
It's Deldry's bitch.
D plus because he's big.
He do be big. He do be refunding stock.
It is a card to play.
Refunding stock is cool.
11.5 is like not that big. It's okay.
Yo, tree.
The tree.
We already read this card.
It's actually more of a forest.
It is a forest.
No, just Fairy King's tree.
Yeah. That's what the staff is made
Fairy
out of.
King's burning bush.
True.
True. Yeah.
I think this card's actually really good. I'm gonna give it an A+.
I love this card.
Oh,
I
we talked
also
about
love this card.
right?
I don't think it's quite that good.
What do you mean?
I think the card's actually cracked.
What do you not want? What does this do that you don't want?
It's a dead card until level 2 is my problem with it.
That's like 4 turns in the game.
I mean,
That's like.
Aren't you
most
sure
of the
that's 2
game.
turns in a game?
That's most of the game.
I mean, I don't think it's bad, especially in the memory deck. You have to play this, and it sets you up into cards that you want to see going into your die-end turn.
I love this card.
So I don't hate it.
It's like fine, I think.
Yeah.
Card good. You'll all see.
Yeah.
I see, Tanner. Don't you worry.
All right. Time for red. Go ahead, Tyler.
Alright. We finally got a Chiuri in this set. God bless. If all the characters are Britannia, 2500 level 1, and Chiuri.
That's a cheery.
With all the events in this set, I'm gonna give it an A because thank God we have one.
It is nice that they have it. Cheery's a good profile, good filter, good deck speed. It's 2500 level 1, so it can't even be bombed by zone bombs. Actually, that's high up. I'm going to give it an A for that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't notice that either. That's actually really sick.
What happens if you're playing as Hololive and they play the Shion and level it down though?
Yo,
Well,
she on site.
then you
Then you
deserved it.
stab.
But
Then you just got outplayed.
I was taking up to an A. You're right. Card's hype.
all right, Ollie.
I got this 1-0 Merlin. If all your characters are Britannia, which gets 2k, so it sits at 6. You have 3 doors in your climax area, and this is your center stage, and you have 2 or more other Britannia characters. Choose one of your characters, and that card gets the following 2 abilities until the opponent's on a turn. It basically becomes Obero. You turn one of your characters into Obero.
Or herself. She's literally just power crept
Megamine
Obero.
Because Megamine Obero sits at
Yeah.
55 on turn, and only Obero's self.
I mean, yeah, Konosuba sucks.
Yeah, it's cringe. Just waiting for
I
it.
actually really like this.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Being able to give something else Obro is actually really cool.
this card's
It's
interesting
fine.
with like the level 1 Meliodas. You can give pop back to one of your lanes if they crest it, and then you can play it down and spawn another copy. If you have a second.
That's kind of
lane on
cool.
turn. That's
Yeah.
an interesting interaction I thought about, since you can just play this in a single lane.
I still think Oberos suck, especially when they're not on bars.
I think this one's really cool.
This is cool. It's like the
This is
Wind
like
Drive.
this is like fine, yeah.
yeah. It's like the
I mean,
it's like the Bugs Life combo from Pixar.
Yeah.
I think it literally is Bugs Life, isn't it? Oh wait, no, that doesn't give you Twin Drive.
No, it gives power.
Yeah, this is fine. If you have
Card
like
okay.
good come into plays. No, I just don't like Oberos if they're especially on bars, because like this is a combo you'd want to loop.
Yeah.
I
Duh.
think
Don't I know it? I played Konosuba for a while.
Yeah, what a fucking awful deck that was.
I just want the Project Sakai Oboro to be in every set because I love that card.
You know, that card is so broken.
No, it's fine.
The way that you hate memory Adachis, I hate that card.
Which card?
The
9,000
9K
Obro.
Well,
the
85
family?
without the level. On its own, it's 85. To be fair.
Oh
And it's
no!
on pants.
Oh no!
It's tiny.
Tanner, I can't back up with my broken Eatski level 1
Yeah,
with that.
Tanner just sits there and goes, "Oh darn, my level 1 combo can't crest 10k." Whatever. Alright, Bon.
This
Dang.
is Ollie, I think.
No, Ollie.
Wait,
No,
I
wait,
just-
no,
I
it's not.
just
Ollie
did
just
the
did it.
one.
I'm stupid.
If
Never
you
mind.
have another Britannia character, so always, this card is 10k hand encore, and during your climax step, when this card is spawned by the effect of slamming this standby, you may pay 1, ditch a Britannia character, and stand this card, and then perform the following 2 effects one time in any order. You can mill your opponent 4, and you can choose a card in their waiting room and send it to their memory. So you
All
can
right.
start sniping
This
climaxes
card's
out of
so
their waiting room
dank.
and sending
Yeah.
them to memory.
Yeah, this card kind of sucks.
I don't think it's good. It's really funny though.
It is like probably the best like version of this profile they printed, but it's probably still not good.
It is a double rare.
It is a double rare. Yeah.
This is oh my
Yeah, it is.
god.
We,
If
That's rough.
only this
you
was
can't
a
you can't tell
2/2.
because we've only seen the super rare, but it is in fact a double rare.
Yeah, I do really like how like all their spoilers were like foils, so like you couldn't tell what was
Mhm.
what rarity was what. It was really
Like
sick.
for this card to be
You play
good,
this with your
but
Soul
it's
Rush.
not.
It's hype.
I
I love
mean,
this card.
Don't you just play Elaine level 1? This is your level 2. Then the Bond finisher is your level 3 from set 1.
Yeah.
Because it's a double combo.
Yeah, I guess you could do that. Yeah.
What, you played door standby?
Door
Yeah.
stand by door, as I call it.
Yeah, door stand by door.
That's probably all right.
I like the
I'll give it the
climax card.
plus because it's potentially playable like that.
It's got fucking stabbed.
It's
Yeah.
got the mill 4 to help put the climaxes in waiting room too. If they just refreshed.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Card would actually be atrocious if it couldn't find a
Right.
way to dig through that.
Well, that's how I'm gonna feel trying to make this card work. Stabbed and
Well.
dying.
Card's gonna be so hype when I stand by every turn.
I mean, good luck spending more than 1 turn at level 2 and not just
No
dying.
problem. I'll stand by it in at level 3. It doesn't matter.
Hype.
But the one thing that I like, the card needs to be stood by in to get the effect, and it has hand encore to keep it alive. So that's kind of like a weird.
Yeah,
weird
that's
thing
an
to me on it.
anti-synergy thing. I feel
It's
like it
just how you
should just be on climax play.
Well, next
Then
time
it
you
would be
just
way
stand,
too good.
Next time you just stand by another copy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you have two so beaters, and they have less climaxes.
But you can have a 2-soul beater for 1 stock in this set so easily.
You can have a 2 soul beater for 0 stock. You just stand by.
Sure. But you have to pay 1 sack character to stand this. Or I
That's
mean,
true.
pay 1 ditch character.
I wish
No,
this
it's
was like
stacked, isn't it?
Lion, where it just like happened to see if you triggered the climax.
Yeah, that'd actually be hype. If you stand by it and off the trigger, I'd placed in this.
I wish it would just sack the climax too. Like
Dude, you'd have like
the
infinite
Nino 2/2.
attacks. Just keep sacking characters.
Wait, can you? Does that how? No, it's during your climax step. Yeah.
No, yeah, it doesn't work that way.
I
was
read
saying
by
it
the
would
effect
be-
of caught in a trap, and I was like, wait, does it? No, it says
Yeah,
it says
no, 'cause
during your
you-
climax step. Yeah.
You just have infinite attacks.
That'd be so sick. Well, you'd have to. You wouldn't have infinite because you'd have to sack another character.
Yeah, you just sack a copy of this.
And then you hand encore it.
All broken.
And then you
Yo.
hand on core over your hand on core, and you keep doing it until you're out of cards in your hand.
Yeah.
These ideas
Then you
are
start
all
paying
bad.
3.
These ideas are all bad. Let's move on.
Yeah. Tanner.
0/0 Gother 2K reflecting. If all of your characters, this card gets 1500, and when its opponent becomes reversed, choose a character in your waiting room. Salvage ditch.
It's Black Panther, but not as good as Black Panther.
It's a 3500 that
A
can.
lot of 3500s.
I don't know what you're gonna have in your waiting room that you want at level 0, but it's
The Escanor.
It's a 3500.
Yeah, no, this card's whatever.
I'll give it a
selection
C+.
of zero- Your selection of 0 is like going to be.
It's a 3500, which is neat.
Mm-hmm.
Get
I
to your
mean,
memory cards.
Who else is a
Marie.
3500? Gil Thunder.
And he
Yeah.
runs.
He does run.
And he top
That's-
checks.
He does
Alrighty.
Top checking.
Yeah, Tyler.
Here's the Merlin. 1/1 assist. 1/1 level assist. When your climax is placed in your climax area, you may put the top card of your deck into waiting room with that card's level 1 or higher. Choose somebody, give a soul. So this works pretty well with Escanor.
Yeah.
And then ditch a character with Merlin, its card name from hand, and rest it. Choose a character with Escanor or Arthur and its card name in your waiting room and return to hand. So, yeah, she can grab the finisher Escanor, the Ricky, the 2-soul Arthur. Pretty good card.
It really sounds like it's meant to go with the choice finisher.
That too.
Yeah, because this lets you potentially put your Escanor to 4 souls on its
Yep.
way.
Yeah, I hate how it's conditional though.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you probably play this in a character with Merlin.
It helps take the extra copies of this that you have and turn it into your 2/1 Archer that you're going to be slamming every turn.
Yeah, or the Escanor level 0, the condition for your finisher, or your finisher itself.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
gives
if
you
it-
a lot of things that you need.
It being level 1 and higher is also rough because like your deck's ideally going to be like sculpted with high level cards at the point you would want this to hit. So like
Yeah, so you're probably
And you're gonna
getting
be
that soul most of
compressed.
the time, unless you hit a
Yeah.
climax, which you
It-
probably might. So
in my head it feels like this would probably whiff a lot, but I don't know. You probably have to play it
You
if you're
just
playing the Escorter finisher.
you just have to believe, yeah. And the
I
Es-
believe.
and the Escanor
I
deck
I
is
believe
solid.
too.
I'll give it a minus just because it needs to ditch Merlins. And I don't know what other Merlins you'll really be playing in that
you
kind
have
of
to
You
deck.
could
level
play
one combo.
this.
Brainstorm.
Brainstorms probably.
This Brainstorm, and maybe if you want to play the level 1 combo Merlin.
Yeah, you probably would need to be playing level 1 combo to bounce it back to your hand.
Oh, that's true. It does have that. So playing door choice at that point.
Yeah, somebody in
Pretty
chat
fine.
said that you could also play the Obro Merlin with the Escanor that just swings large, and you could just have the Escanor pop back so it can come back down.
The burn Escanor or the
The
No,
pay
the,
one
the
gets
level,
one.
level 0.
The
one.
11. Oh, the 0.
No, the level 1, the one that swings big because he triggers
Oh,
anything that's not a level 1.
the 65 on turn that swings for 2 souls almost always.
Yeah, you
Gotcha.
give that pop back, and he can just do it again. I think that's decent.
But yeah, that card's for the Merlin Obro combo. The one there's kind of like an analog to the Konosuba Brainstorm that pumps the soul. So
Yeah, a little worse though because it has a condition.
Mm-hmm.
What is the old 3/2 Gil Thunder? They talked
combo?
about in chat.
I don't know.
I don't remember. I think it's an off finisher.
Let me pull it up here.
Because that could be
Seven Deadly Sins.
something. And yeah, the top check 2 climax swapper can also help set your level 1.
Level 3. Oh, he's
Uh,
the little crying
To
guy.
help set the level 1 up there for that.
Oh, he's like the king from Slime. He's check
Look at 3.
check 3, look at
Oh.
3, put them back in any order, bounce a
I
character.
mean, yeah, sure.
So
Which, that's just another
that'll
way to
help.
play that.
So
For
with
your
that
finisher
card, you
turn.
could potentially set a trigger for your Merlin, so that your Escanor burns for 4.
Yeah.
That is a thing you could do, yeah.
And the climax swap, and... Oh, there's also the Leaf encounter's also named Merlin, so that's another ditchable card
Okay.
that you might play.
Whose card is this?
This is mine.
Okay, sure, it is now.
Now it is.
Okay. I got this 2/1 Petrified Merlin. Ditch your cards from your hand to waiting room and rest this card. Draw 2 cards. That's hype. Rest this. Choose one of your characters, and that character gets spawned until the end of your opponent's turn. Begin your opponent's attack phase, and you choose this card and one of your Britannia characters, and exchange them as standing. So
That's funny.
that's
Give one of your rest, give a character stand and swap, or ditch 2, rest this, draw 2. I don't know what you'd use the stand and swap for, but I kind of like.
Moridachi.
Well, if you're playing the 1/1 Adachi, the yellow one from set 1, it already has pay 1 stand and swap.
No, you can run from Adachi.
Oh, you can run from Adachi, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is a really neat card.
There's probably a use case here that I'm not thinking of.
I'll
really,
give it a
it's really,
C+ because it's neat.
Yeah, it is really neat. I don't know what you play this in, but it's really cool.
It has
Can do some cool
the
tech.
P word.
It's got
Yeah, the Andy P word, potential.
Yeah, it has potential.
It lets you draw 2 cards. It's pot of greed type.
Yeah, sure.
Technically, it's double upstart goblin.
Yeah. But your opponent doesn't gain life.
True. That'd be really funny. They just
Your opponent heals 1.
to draw one. You draw with an unplayable card.
No, that card's broken if they're at 1-0
Oh,
or 2-0.
true.
You just draw free cards,
Free draws.
and it goes to memory after. Hype.
Alright, we've got a 2/2 Bond, mid-match squabble. Gets 2,000 power for each Britannia character in your front row. Each other Britannia character in your front row. So it is a 10k hand on core. That's a standby target. It exists.
Yep, that is a standby target.
Also high power.
Yep.
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 If you're playing standby, that's a card.
I'm for Elaine.
That's me. 3/2 Elaine, 3,500 power. It's a frontal 2k. It is pay 2 rest, heal, and on play heal. Oh, card's sick.
That's a standby card.
That is a standby card.
I like
This is a pretty cool card.
the pay 2
I like
heal's
that.
actually pretty good.
I actually really like this card.
And it's
2K
all
frontal, yeah.
characters in front. Doesn't have to be level 3.
Yeah, it's just a 2k frontal.
Yeah.
That can heal.
I'll
if
give
you
that a
have-
B.
If you have some extra resources.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'll give it a B-.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Helps you if you're high rolling, really lay it on. I like it.
All right, Merlin. Tyler.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Early play Merlin, 2 or less climaxes, sits at 9k, and on play you have the effect of you can choose one of the 3 effects. You can choose a card in your hand and put it into the waiting room. If you do, put the top card of your clock. So it's a heal to stock, a salvage, or a bounce.
Hype.
That's a really good early play card.
On an early play, I'm into it. Yeah.
Conditions cringe though, but
I mean, we already.
I like the ability to really.
I'm gonna give it an A because it's it has a
Super
lot
flexible.
of Yeah, it has a lot of
I
options.
like the bounce. I mean,
Super versatile.
the 2 or less is nice. It complements. We got water. They had Water Goddess as their only healer in set 1, which is a full field condition. So this is a complementing early play condition, and it's got some good words on it. Being able to
It
bounce.
does have good words.
Being able to bounce something in a board-based deck like a Rushio or a Kanata or a standby target, or even just being able to cantrip into something else. Yeah, you seems pretty good. All right.
Yeah. Yo, my favorite card of the set.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask.
Card
I'm gonna ask the
65.
people one more time. Has anyone?
I'm once again asking.
Has anyone in the chat opened this set yet, or have any idea what this card is? Because card number 65 is the only card that was not revealed.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
This card wasn't
Yeah,
revealed
it was
at
the
all?
only card that didn't have a picture on the TCG player dump.
Then Bushiro never revealed it either?
No, it's not out.
No, it's not out.
What
The
fuck?
only people who would know what it does is people who've opened cases.
People who have cracked it.
That's so funny.
I asked on comp earlier and nobody responded to me.
I'm pulling it. I'm pulling it if I can find it here. Let me.
Yeah,
Give me one
I just
second
checked. The
here.
card database is not updated yet, so we don't have it there either. Which is why we're using super rare. Yeah, this card's broken.
Yeah, whatever this card is, it's probably broken.
Card. It's green, but randomly in the red cards.
It's an extra memory card for green.
Yeah.
It turns all your cards in memory green.
Yo, that would be so cool.
That actually would be really good. It's a red card that turns all your cards in memory green.
Alright, green sounds pretty OP now.
Okay, hold on. I think I have it here.
Oh,
Give
you
me.
have it?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah,
Let me.
I won't change my grade.
Yeah,
even after I hear
it's
it.
either another level 3 red rare or a level 0 red uncommon. Yeah,
Why is it level 3?
because cards increment in level as they go through in their rarity.
I never knew that.
Yeah, so you start with the zeros in rare, and you end at this Merlin, which is a level 3. So it's either another level 3 after the Merlin or a level 0 in uncommon before the Selene.
No, I don't actually have it.
Yeah, so we'll move on from this now. If the card list goes up later in the review, we'll come back to it.
Rip
Yep.
Journey.
That's good, Tanner.
I got it. I lost my text box. I got scared.
All right, I don't know whose turn it is anymore. Tyler, Red, Merlin, so Ollie.
Okay. I got this level 0 Elaine. Comes with a standby. When the standby is placed in your climax area, if you have another Britannia, choose a bond 2/2 in your waiting room, return it to your hand, and then brainstorm, sack a character, and rest this. Brainstorm to check 3, add 1.
It doesn't cost stock.
That's really hype.
I love adding my 2/2 standby target to my hand.
But then you just ditch it for your brainstorm.
Yep.
No, you have to
No, it's sack.
You sack a hand encore character
Oh,
and
wait.
you ditch it for your
From
brainstorm.
Tate.
Yo, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you sack the hand encore. You
Actually-
ditch this.
Actually, that is kind of high.
Yeah.
Except the order's wrong because you brainstorm during main phase and you salvage during climax step.
Next turn.
I mean, having an on-demand sack to make room for standby targets is like,
Well,
pretty good.
But yeah, it doesn't cost any stuff.
no, it's not opposite. Say you just have it in your hand first, then you ditch it to brainstorm, and then
then
you
you get the card
combo
back.
and grab it
Sure.
back.
Yeah, you need it in hand to start though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
I
you
mean-
normally do.
I kind of like this card in standby.
I
It's a lot of
really
fun.
like the brainstorm effect, even if it doesn't have this combo attached to it.
Having no stock cost is really cool.
I don't know.
I think this card's really good. If 8 standby is like worth playing at all, you definitely play this.
I don't know what you're doing with the stock you save from this card, but you're gonna have some.
You're
extra-
You're using it to
compressing.
heal
You are using it to heal.
That's actually
with
real-
your
with your level
3/2.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm in.
I
That's
like
Yeah.
cracked.
This
card's
is
really
literally
sick.
like a card that 8 standby would like gladly play. I'm pretty sure.
I really like this card a lot.
All right, we've got sad Elaine, level 1.
No, she's happy.
Happy Elaine, she's crying. When this card is
Yeah.
when
Tears
this
of
card is
joy
placed on the
because
stage from
Bond.
your hand, or put into your waiting room from the stage. Check the top card of your deck and either keep it there or send it to your waiting room. And when this card is placed on the stage from your hand or put into your waiting room from the stage, you can pay 2 if you do salvage. So there's another out for your extra stock. And
Yeah.
it also sets potential standby triggers for you by digging through your deck.
You sack this with your brainstorm and then pay 2 salvage and then get to brainstorm as well.
Yo, that's kind of hot.
Actually, probably that's.
And then you can also, when you do your brainstorm, you use that effect first, so you mill it first.
That's a 5-card brainstorm and a stock out, yeah.
Dude, my gears are turning.
Yo,
In the standby deck, yeah,
All right.
actually.
type.
Not
That is really hype, actually.
I don't know about C+, but like it's still pretty sick.
Tanner.
Okay, 1/1, 3500 Gother. When this card is played, or when this card is sent to the waiting room, you may put the top 3 cards of your deck into the waiting room, and on reverse, a Memory Adachi. This card is super sick.
Yeah, the goat sin of
Double
Lust.
optional mill 3 for deck speed too, in case you're like in a really bad situation there. On top of just saying goodbye, Soramiko. Tears
Yeah.
running down my face as I stare across at this card. Yeah, I
the
love
optional
Memory
up to
Dachis.
6-card deck speed seems really good. Like the goat sin of lust, more like the goated sin of lust. Am I right?
Yeah, Gother is goated.
Jesus Christ.
This card's
but
insane.
yeah,
Gother's
Memory
Gother's
Adachi's
kind of lame.
Memory Adachi's are sick, and it's got deck speed stapled onto it.
I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like you're not going to use that deck speed now half the time.
But
Yeah.
but when it does matter, it's hype.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about these grades, guys. It's like
It's a Memory Adachi.
it's like 5.
Memory Adachi.
Memory
I have
Adachi-
such a soft spot for Memory Adachis.
I might just have PTSD from playing against 8-door Quints too much, but Memory Adachi can be brutal against the right deck.
I mean, it's
With
like
the decks that are currently running around building big boards early plays, you say your
You'll
early
never
plays
see that
gone
card again.
forever.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you fulfill that purpose perfectly fine with like a bottom deck Adachi. I don't know. Memory Adachi's cool, I guess.
As somebody that plays only decks that have early play big cards that sit there, this is the bane of my existence. And they are so gross.
I'm
the
normally
fact
the one
that-
to make Tanner cry.
And the fact that this lets you move through 9 cards on your attack phase, or like by your attack phase. I mean,
Wait, what the fuck? Where you getting 9 cards from?
3 triggers.
three attacks
Three triggers after you mill 6.
plus 6 mills.
Because it's gonna kill itself, so
Yeah.
it mills anyway.
Okay,
So, like,
sure.
If you're toward the bottom of your deck and you're in a bad spot, it flies when it needs to.
I didn't
love
realize
this.
it also triggered Engrave.
Yeah,
It's still like fine.
card slaps. Best card on the set.
We can't all be Daladachi. That Dachi was actually broken.
Okay.
We have Daladachi in this set. It's in set 1. It is standard.
We have a 1/1 7500 hand encore. That's a standby target.
Yep.
Yo. Damn.
Wow, that's a deadly sin rare. That's a high rarity card. Broken.
Oh my god, they put red on red. That's so hard to see. I didn't even notice that.
If you're playing standby, that's a card that exists. Was Adachi in Persona 4 red?
Yeah.
I thought he was yellow. Whatever.
No, he was red.
Ollie.
Okay, we got this 1/1 Merlin. It's minus 1 cost if you have 4 others, and then if you have a yellow card, and when this card attacks, if your level is a yellow card, the character facing this is level 2. This gets plus 6k power. I'm sure.
Like this.
It's like
It's so weird.
I mean, Merlin interacts with
Arthur.
yellow
Arthur-
cards already.
Arthur and Escanor.
and Escanor.
So
So like that's not a thing, but like how many level 2s? They all die to 12k.
do you have a level swapper? Or do you have a level swapper you would play?
No, they want you to play like Hololive and play the Escanor Aqua Riki 0 set yellow.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you're leveling yellow at 1, and this is red.
Oh,
Seems
wait.
kind of.
How does this work for the rules? If this is technically considered to have, oh wait, never mind. I thought it was -1 level. I was
Uh,
No,
gonna say
cost.
if it's -1 level, how would that work with color requirement? Nothing.
it's still a red card.
Even if it was considered to be a -1 level in hand.
Yeah. Because if you look at a level 0, the color around the number is grayed out.
Oh, do they not do that for zeros?
No.
Oh no, they don't. Oh, okay.
But yeah, this card is
I agree. I don't. It's not. It's not good.
it's not worth it for the extra, because Seven Deadly Sins already has a level 2 killer profile. It's Diane, it's green.
Diane's really good.
I don't know why you would potentially pay a stock during turns where you can't hit full board, and also have to meet this yellow card condition in order to make this level 2 killer profile work. It doesn't seem like a good payoff.
Yeah, they also have a level 2 killer in green. That's just a 1/0 on its own.
Yeah, Diane. I just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I've got Sad Bon.
When you said level 2 killer, I thought you meant the one we went through with the on reverse send a memory one.
We did see that too.
Yeah.
All right. Level 0 Sad Bon. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, mill 2. If you hit a level 0 or lower character, this card's soul does not decrease by side attacking this turn. And when this card is placed on the stage from your hand, choose a character in your opponent's front row, and that character gets -1,000 power. If you're in a meta with a lot of little tiny things that want to go to memory and you want to neg them, it's okay.
It is center stage.
It's
Darn
it's
it.
front row, yeah.
If it was anything, that would be pretty sick. But I don't think that you can
Yeah,
play this
this
card,
is-
really. I don't even know if it's a
This is
plus.
whatever, yeah.
I think it's just a D. I don't think this is very good.
It's not good enough.
I would have rathered it be a top check if it's a character. It gets side for free.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah,
two
but-
okay effects, but it's in a set with a lot of pretty good zeros. It's got a competitive slot to fill, and it's not good enough.
Yeah.
All right. Level 0, 2K Merlin. On play and on death, pay 1, ditch 1. And where does it go? Search for the wanted poster or character. So that's pretty decent.
So it's
I didn't
nice.
realize it
It's
was a drop search for a character too.
Yeah, so it's
torch.
just an on play and on death drop search. Worst case, if you don't run the poster.
That's really
It
good.
is on death too, yeah, and it just takes a 500 power penalty from a normal drop
Yep.
search. It seems pretty decent, yeah.
It's another sack target for your brainstorm.
It is, yeah.
True.
That's true. Yeah.
All right.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna give that a B.
Deck speed for standby.
If you're splashing yellow to play the event, yeah.
Yeah, or in the Escanor Merlin deck.
Which I'm sure is what they're trying to get you to do here.
Maybe not a standby. I don't know what yellow cards you'd splash, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess as far as cards for standby goes, they have a Rico profile that
They
bumps
do.
500 on attack, which is probably okay in standby.
All right. We got Bon with his dad.
That's his dad.
That's his dad.
That is his dad.
If this card's in your memory, when your other character with Bon in its card name is frontal attack, you may pay the cost, which is put the card at the bottom of your deck instead. If you do, put that character in your memory, and at the beginning of Encore step, put the character back on the previous slot, and then you pay 1, put it to memory.
Oh no!
So
I
this
read
card
it wrong.
needs you need to pay 1, put this into memory. Then when only a Bond character is attacked, you can pop this from memory to the bottom of your deck and time machine the Bond.
Uh-huh.
And when it, darn it! I thought this was super hype for a second, And then I read character with Bond and its name is frontal attack.
Yeah, it's only
I was
Bond.
like, yo, you can cheat in memory.
Is this flavor? Did Bond's dad sacrifice himself for him or something?
Yeah, Bond's dad died.
I
I actually don't remember Bond's dad.
His dog or something.
He's a wolf.
Bond's dad was a furry.
He's a fox. That's why Bond's a fox. But yeah.
I thought he was a wolf, but I guess he is a fox. Because he was a
What?
thief, and foxes are supposed to be, like, sly.
Yeah. And he's the fox. And...
Swiper, no
is
swiping.
that the flavor? He's supposed to be like the sly fox.
Yeah.
Sure.
Swiper, no swiping.
Swiper, no swiping.
Is this Ollie?
This is Ollie, yeah.
I got this 1-0 Gauther. When this card is placed on stage from your hand to stock. And then when it's also placed from hand to stage, it gets 500 times the number of Britannia characters. So it's a
That's
7K
7K.
Slayer. That's also a hand to stock. If you need the effect,
Yeah, do you need
Hand to stock's
stock?
hype.
I don't know.
Maybe-
That's how you pay for your double drop search that you're going to sack with your brainstorm.
But your
Maybe.
brainstorm's not using stock, though.
Yeah, but you're paying for the double drop search.
Sure.
And like the pay to salvage on the other card. I guess this is.
I feel like this could potentially be splashed in for playing the old Meliodas level 3, so you just have a little bit more stock.
I love hand of stocks.
Hand of stocks are sick, but yeah, like I said earlier when we were talking about the Meg Soul with that, watching you play that, you're always running thin on stock in that deck. So maybe if you're in red for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, you could splash the red in that deck.
You
I
could
don't think
well,
too hard.
Wouldn't that be 3 colors then? No.
Yeah, 3 colors is fine.
Yeah, because you were playing green before because you only had the one.
Well,
healer in one
normally-
color, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could swap.
Now you have a healer in red in the Merlin.
Okay, yeah, that could go pretty decent in old Meliodas then.
Yeah, I think the card's fun. I like hand of stock, so I give it a plus.
The hand of stock is sick. I'll join you on that, Tanner.
All right.
Vanilla.
We've got
Nobody needs to
We've got
bother
this
with this.
vanilla that doesn't go with anything.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does. That's
Doesn't
not
No, it-
true. It goes with the bond that when a bond is frontal attacked at time machines.
Sure.
Broken.
I'll give it an F.
Next.
All right, we've got how do you pronounce this character's name? Gauther or
Gauther.
It's Gauther, I think.
All right.
Yeah, it's Gauther.
When this character is placed on stage from your hand, all players perform the following action. If your memory has 5 or more cards, choose 4 cards in your memory, put all cards in your memory except for the 4 chosen into your waiting room. So it's got the memory flush effect that most sets these days have, and it is a level 2 or lower memory bomb.
Hive.
Yo,
Damn, you said there early played a memory and then you salvage back and then make them put it back in their waiting room.
Yo.
that's hype, yeah. You can bully Quince even more.
I like how like reverse bombs are like so fucking unplayable now. They're stapling memory kick to these red adaptees.
Yeah, that's Red's identity now. Reverse is too bad, so they just kicked a memory. Now every color has a hard removal option.
Which is good. I like that.
Yeah, memory dump before Psychono Set 2 comes out.
If you need the memory dump effect, the set has it if memory becomes a problem. And
I think the memory dump cards are still really bad. I'm gonna give
They
this a
are
D.
really bad. Most decks are like perfectly fine with sitting on 5 memory.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you do the Psychono, they can just put their or not Psychono, Slime. They can just put their masks back into their deck.
Yeah, and then they
The
yeah. All right, Tanner.
Yo,
the meat.
delicious meat. Let's go. This is a 1-0 counter. And choose one of your characters. That character gets 1500 till the end of turn. And if you do, you may choose one card in your hand, put it into the waiting room. If you do, look at the top card of your deck and put that on, or keep it there, or put it in the waiting room, and you can spam that as much as you want. Hype.
That's really funny.
You can just
It's
mill
infinite
6.
dex. It's infinite dex speed.
Well, 6 cards, because you have to use it as a backup, right? Oh, no, you can just play it as an event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can discard your whole hand to mill a couple cards.
It's delicious meat, though. Shout out to Paro.
Yo, shootouts to Para.
Shootouts, yeah.
Shootouts.
Oh, no.
I don't know how good this card is.
I
don't think this card is good.
I don't think it's good. A couple sets have had this before. I know
Really?
Hololive has this card, and there's at least one other.
I'll
set
take
that
your word
does,
for it.
And it's never seen play. I don't think it's good. The only time you would play it is like the very last turn of the game, where you can like ditch your entire hand to desperately try to cancel, but it doesn't seem worth it to hold just for that. You just play better cards.
Oh wait, I had to. Wait, this card actually sucks. I didn't realize you have to ditch for each one.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time you infinitely ditch, and you can infinitely mill.
Yeah, you can pay 1 mil.
Nice.
Pay 0.
It'd be sick if it was like
You don't pay.
It'd be sick if it was like knife, but you can mill however many you want. That'd be broken.
But it top checks, so you can put it back.
So you just dig forever till you hit a climax for free.
And then you stop, yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, that's it for red. On to the last color. Let's hit blue.
Oh, the best color.
The best color.
We got Zeldris. If all your characters are 10 commandments, he sits at 11. When on play, heal. And on attack, if you have the pants in play, you can pay 1, Icy Tail 5, and burn for the number of climaxes hit. And then also, during this card's battle, until the end of your opponent's next turn, during this card's battle, you cannot receive damage by auto effects.
Broken.
This card's like everything the set 1 Meliodas wanted to be.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
It's cheaper. It's sicker.
Well, it's the same cost.
No.
Yeah.
This is more expensive.
No, it's the same.
It's the same.
Meliodas was pay 1, I'm pretty sure, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
They're
is
both
this.
pay
this
1.
is also pay 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was
It's just that
which one.
Zeldris pays 1 on attack,
need
and
one
Meliodas
extra
pays
stock
1 when they
beforehand.
Yeah,
attack.
but
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be paying out the stock before your next turn cycle anyway, so it kind of.
Yeah. No, this finish is really good.
I
I
like
think
it.
this is pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah.
But Icy Tails are cringe.
Yeah.
Ice Tails are crits, but Ice Tails that stop auto damage.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, an Icy Tail
that's a lot
finisher,
the auto
Icy
damage
Tail
is
finisher
huge.
that sits at 11, heals on play, sometimes does damage with an Icy Tail, and then prevents your opponent's finisher from doing anything. Sounds cool.
Yeah, you can make your opponent's Meliodas pay 1 to do nothing.
You can.
That's hype.
They both just sit there, just looking at each other. They can't auto damage each other.
Is that the flavors? Does Meliodas' brother Zeldris also full counter?
Yeah, he also knows full counter.
He does full counter.
Yo, I knew it. I'm so smart. Okay. Ollie.
All right, we got Chris Jericho over here. When this card attacks, pay cost if you do. During the attack, you get to trigger check twice, so it's twin drive, but it's ditch 1 instead of pay 1, so it's stock positive. Where you trade a hand for a stock, and then it's a level 0 bomb.
Yo, it's like a hand of stock that also pushes triggers. Hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty good.
And it's a level 0 removal bomb in Hololive meta.
And it's only 500 power, so it clears everything.
I like it.
Yeah, that's good normal B. I like it a lot.
If you're looking for a removal bomb at 0, Seven Deadly Sins has some
I
interesting.
mean, this
options.
also can be played in standby, and you can ditch standby targets.
Yeah.
and twin drive for
And
standbys.
push.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really hype, actually. I'll give it a plus because of that.
And it's Holy Night.
Give it the 0.5.
I will give it the 0.5 for that.
Holy Knight trait type.
Oh, we've got handies. On play top check, if it's Britannia, choose one of your characters. It gets 1,000 power for the turn. And on play, pay 1, discard a card. Search your deck for a Britannia character. So it's a drop search that pumps a power to a lane of your choice on play.
He's a good guy now.
It's not the greatest card, but I believe that a drop search in Holy Knight trait is nice.
Yeah,
It searches
Yeah.
for a Britannia character, but it is traded as Holy Knight.
Yeah, well, all the Holy Knights are also Britannia, so
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
believe that this card is actually very good for Holy Knight. So I agree with Tanner. I'll give that a
Yeah,
B-.
this is great. My grade is as a Holy Knight specific card. As a normal drop searcher, drop it down to a.
It's like a
so
C.
it's like a C,
Or
C plus.
C
Yeah, because
plus.
they've
I-
got the Merlin double drop search,
Yeah.
and
I just think this is just a pretty good card.
yeah, it's solid. Yeah,
It's got 2 good effects that scale well into the late game.
yeah. Tanner.
Gustav, a level 1 blue 3,500. So many 3,500 cards. When this card is placed from hand, choose one of your opponent's characters, and that cannot move, be returned to hand, or go to memory. And when your other Britannia character attacks, this card gets X power, X equal to your other characters times 500. So this can stun. It's a Holy Knight character that can stun for your. What does anything need a reverse that I can think of? Your
Gilthunder 2/1 does.
okay. So helps out the.
I don't think
that.
Gilthunder's struggling to kill anything.
Well, it just prevents it from moving or leaving.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's a card that's fine.
Yeah, it swings 500 for each other. So
It's
it
55.
Swings at 75 if it attacks last.
With all these anti-memory
Oh,
and
I
move
misread that.
cards, I'm
Yeah.
surprised that they printed a memory dump card.
Yeah.
Well, that's in case they do get things in memory. They're not allowed to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever.
It's
Tyler, I think.
Yeah. All right. Level 1 combo, 500 power per other 10 commandments, so it sits at 6k with a full field. When the battle opponent becomes reversed, if you have the pants in the climax area, you look it up to 4, choose up to 2 level 1 or higher cards, add 1, then stock 1.
Combo's sick.
Yeah. If you're
Combo's pretty cool,
getting-
yeah.
If you're getting reverses at 7k,
It's 8k because you have a 1k. Global.
the 1k global on turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, this at 1 into the Zeldris level 3 seems like a pretty decent 8 pants lineup for the
Yeah.
for the commandment stack.
Commandments are hype.
Well,
I wonder how
I
often.
think the play is 6 pants 2 stocks though. Personally.
Which stock? Oh, the stock sold. Yeah, we'll see here in a minute.
Yeah, the stock sold too. I wonder how often this would end up like whiffing one of the 2 options. Like if you go like climax 0, 0 or something, and then you only can have 1 level 1 or higher card.
Probably a non-zero amount of times.
Yeah, sometimes, but not always. I would say at the very least you get your plus. I would say most of the time.
Mhm.
I mean, at worst, this is like it's a shitty Minami.
Yeah. Because I mean, I've whiffed level 1 or higher Chiiri before, so it's not impossible. Definitely not.
Yeah,
All right, this is.
we looked at
Ollie.
these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the other half of that package from earlier. He's the
Were
early
they-
play
were
with
they-
the 1/1 in clock.
What did I even give?
I'm gonna
I
give
gave it a
Thunder?
B.
Yeah, give the whole package like a B. Seems
So
pretty good.
I'll give this one a B.
I think it was a BB plus somewhere around there.
I gave mine a B plus.
I'm assuming I did too. I'm pretty optimistic.
Oh, I
Every-
just deleted my box.
All right.
All right, Ollie, now you.
Okay. Gloxinia of the 10 Commandments. If you have 2 or more other 10 Commandments characters, this gets 1500, and the following ability ditch a card from your hand to the waiting room. When this is reversed, pay cost you do bounce back to your hand. So then it's 11k that bounce back to hand. And then it is a ditch 1 to heal the stock.
Card's really cringe. It's not an early play.
If this was an early play, this card would be absolutely insane.
Yeah.
This card would actually be insane if it was an early play.
Well, when it was spoiled, the spoiler text called it an early play.
Yeah.
And I was so hyped because I didn't fully read the card like I don't normally do. And then I cried.
I mean, if you're playing the Zeldris and that's going off, you're probably not dying that turn, hopefully. So like this is like not a terrible card to play down probably. Especially since Zeldris uses stock and not hand. So like this could be like a 1 or 2 off.
I really hate that this isn't an early play.
Yeah.
You don't need early plays in this deck.
You're not going to be looping very many turns at level 3 in modern day Weiss.
Even if you're fucking stopping burn damage.
Okay. I guess if you're playing the Zeldris, maybe you are.
Yeah.
No, then you just eat 3, eat 3, eat 3, and then you lose.
Oh, true. Sorry, my bad.
I guess with Zeldris doing that, I'll bump it up a couple.
I'm not bumping it.
I think it's like probably a card you would play.
Seems fine.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but this next card though.
Alright, we got the dude with the bag on his head. If he's in the middle position of your center stage, he is level 1 4k. He's a big boy.
I think
He's
that's
shredded.
oversized.
This card slaps.
And he does, yeah.
He's shredded.
Every fucking character in the series is shredded.
Well, we can just unmask him Scooby-Doo style. There's Aaron under there.
This card's sick.
There's like 2 other oversizes I'd rather play over this.
Yeah, I mean this is.
For 10 Commandments. This is 10
right?
Commandments.
Even in 10 Commandments.
Well, here's the thing. All those Aquas die to this. They can't side it for damage.
That is true. This does fuck up
Hololive.
Hololive.
Yeah.
I'll give
Which
you
is
that.
how I
one.
rate every card I view. Is how sad is it going to make my life? And this is a lot.
Just don't play Hololive.
That's cringe.
Alright.
Yeah, so are you.
Tanner.
All right.
This card's broken.
Purple Spiky Dude, 2K. It is at your 10 Commandments brainstorm, so it is a self-tap salvage brainstorm only for 10 Commandments. And it is also when your trigger check reveals a climax, and there's a climax in your climax area, you may discard any card and choose a 10 Commandments character in your waiting room and add it back to hand. The only thing with this is you do need to have that climax in play, which stops it from being like absolutely disgusting.
Bro, you're 8 pants.
Yeah,
you
but
always
it's
have a
still
fucking climax.
Yeah. I still gave it an A.
But in an 8
that could be
deck,
an easy S plus.
in a deck
I think this
in an
card's
8
sick.
deck, it seems really good.
Yeah.
In the Commandments deck specifically, this card will be your saving grace most likely.
Yeah.
You can't play anything else.
Yep. I mean, you
Yeah.
could, but why would you?
Nope, you can't. It's impossible.
You literally can't. It only grabs 10 Commandments. You're just gonna pay 1 rest to mill 4.
Yeah. Deck speed.
Nice. That is deck speed.
Right. When this card's put into waiting room from stage, you may pay the cost, which is pay 1, ditch 1. If you do, search your deck for a 10 Commandments character.
It's
So
10 Commandments drop search.
Yep.
No, it's when it dies.
No, it's on death.
Yeah, I'd rather just play the Hendrick,
Yeah,
to be honest.
This is Britannia trait, yeah.
This is just literally worse than Hendrickson.
Yeah,
It's-
not everything needs to be 10 Commandments. A lot of your stuff benefits off of... Do things need full field of 10 Commandments? They just trade off of, like, power per
Doesn't
element.
Zeldris
I think it's just power.
Yeah,
I think Zeldris needs all.
for 2K power, yeah.
Zeldris needs all 10 Commandments, and your level 1 combo keys off 10 Commandments for power.
Okay.
You might
As
as well.
long as
just
you don't play too many non-10 Commandments, I think it's fine.
Yeah, you could probably splash in a non a better drop.
You can afford to splash in a one of tech non-Ten Commandments, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Ollie.
Oh, we got this Derriere. If that's how you pronounce it, I forget. Level 0, 3500. All your characters gain cannot side attack, which is a little cringe. I also don't think I've seen that demerit in like 5 years or something. And then is a Shimikai.
That's fine when your level 1 combo needs
Yeah.
reverse.
Yep. I would probably play if there's a lot of Hololive, I'd probably play the 4K level 1, but I think I'd rather play this than any other
this is still
situation.
3500, yeah.
Play both.
Yeah, you play both.
You can't play both. You probably can't play both.
We've got a Spooky Mask Blob. During your turn, all of your other 10 Commandments characters get 1000 power. When this card or your other 10 Commandments character is placed on the stage from your hand, you may check the top card of your deck. And this card has put 1 card from your hand into your waiting room and sack this, and choose a Britannia trait character in your waiting room and add it back. So it's got the Ram Bomb salvage effect, plus global 1000 power on turn. Seems pretty good.
So 3 really good effects.
Level 1 combo. Top checking consistently is always, not bad. Helps you decide if you want to brainstorm or not. If you're really just wanting to know.
Knowing your trigger for like last turn is pretty good too.
Yeah.
I mean, just being able to know which lane to attack with first can be impactful, yeah.
Yeah.
Sarkune.
It is, yeah. We're Blaze
We
Blue
love Grey Road.
Literally fucking Arcune, yeah.
Okay. Hold on, we're about to sneeze.
Bless
Okay,
you.
went away. We're good. 1/1 counter blue. This guy. It is a 2K counter, and if there's a climax in your opponent's climax area, it becomes a 4K counter for 10 Commandments. 2K for everything, 4K with climax down for 10 Commandments. It's like a 10 Commandments slightly better version of the 2/1.
Yeah. Makes your level 1 combo 10k on defense.
Which is actually kind of relevant.
Yeah.
I like it.
At like the point of the game, your opponent's probably playing a climax.
That's pretty decent, yeah.
If this card wasn't 10
I mean, if you hit 1 first, they're almost guaranteed slamming a climax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be doing their level 1 combo.
This card would be sick if it was just like generalized and not 10 Commandments. 4K counter.
When are you not hitting level 1 first? Everyone's fucking tri-fielding Unga Bunga.
True.
I
hate it. I miss Gentleman's Weiss.
Alright, we got this 2/1 Jericho counter. When you use this card's backup, put the bottom X cards of your opponent's deck into waiting room. X is equal to the number of Britannia characters you have, and it's a 3K.
Sorry, did you pronounce it Jericho?
It's pronounced Jericho, I believe.
Jericho.
It's just Jericho.
I think it's Jericho.
It's like Chris Jericho.
Is it? I'm pretty sure it's Jericho.
No, it's
No,
definitely
it's Jericho.
Jericho.
The dub.
If they
I didn't
pronounce it
watch
that
no,
way,
in the dub, it's
I watched the
Jericho.
sub. I watched it subbed.
I watched it
in the sub and
it's
dub. They
Jericho.
pronounce it Jericho.
Well,
Alright, well, milk
this is a milk counter, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's whatever. I hate milk
Yeah,
counters.
it's fine. It's whatever.
It can be funny.
Yeah, the reason it's not an F is because it's funny. And it's 3K.
She's blushing.
She is blushing.
Jericho's
She said, "Hey."
Yeah,
Hey,
she wants that band D.
She does, and Bond's like, "No."
Yeah. No, I have my fairy waifu.
Cringe. Bond is cringe.
Bond's cool.
Bond's literally the coolest character.
He's so cringe.
It's like Bond and Escanor.
Okay, but
They're hype.
Jericho, cringe lolly.
I mean, I get you.
Yeah. Thank you. Moving on.
Alright. Ollie.
Alright, we got this Melskula 2/1. It's a level assist for 10 commandments, and then pay 1, ditch a blue climax to begin your opponent's attack phase. Pay a cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's characters against -2 soul. It's another way your opponent's not killing you.
It is a global level assist.
Yo,
Oh, it is
somebody
a gold.
found card
Wait,
number
this card's even
65.
better.
Yeah, I was saving that. I was saving that for the end. But yeah, we did find card 65. They put the card database up.
Yo.
This
Okay,
card's
maybe not A, but this card's really good.
No,
Yeah.
I love this
In
card.
8 pants, this card's insane.
You can just ditch. You can pay 3, ditch 3 pants, and
I
next
absolutely love this card.
Is it an S?
next their whole board.
It is
I
an
don't-
S. It's an S in my eyes. I don't care if any of you think otherwise.
I mean,
You can.
I do think this card's really fucking good.
I mean, in a set where your finisher prevents your opponent from burning, being able to
You're
Nexo
right,
on top
Tyler.
of that is crazy.
And
Yeah.
okay, if I'm wrong, let me know. But is there anything that stops you from doing multiple neg souls if you have the resources in hand?
Yes, it's an auto effect. It triggers one time at the start.
That's
of your
cringe.
opponent's attack
I
step.
So
was
you
so
have to have 2, so you can just do 2.
I think it's probably actually an A minus, but like, yeah.
I still think this is insanely good. It just sits there, and you go, yeah, you saw me trigger pants, I'm gonna neg soul 1 lane. When you can only vanilla swing as my Zeldris is sitting there menacingly.
Yeah, and your Zeldris is huge too. It's fucking 12-5.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously hexproof stops Nexol, but
True.
We don't talk about those cards. I
we
don't
talk
believe in
about
them.
hexproof. Yeah.
They're
It's
not
just
real.
choose any character, though, so if you're playing against Attack on Titan, you can just choose the one that isn't hexproof.
Right.
Unless they're all hexproof.
Unless they have 2
The-
Armins. Yeah.
Or if they get
Stop.
2 Armins, yeah.
They're not real. I've never
Yeah,
seen that
if I
before.
pretend hexproof doesn't exist,
I've
it
in a
can't hurt me.
non-zero amount of games fielded a 3-2 Armin and the 2-1 Armin.
Yeah, I've had it happen.
Yeah, I did it to you that one time.
Yeah. Also, 8-win Dallas. Cringe. Put back the
Oh,
JC.
true.
That guy was hype though. I love that dude. Shout out to Minion Man.
Okay.
Dude was super sick.
We've got Estarossa. 2-1. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, if your field is full of 10 commandments, you may choose a 10 commandments in your waiting room and put it in your stock. He becomes free. On attack, if the character facing him is a level 3, he gets 6k. He goes up to 13. That's a card.
It's really
fine.
good.
Yeah, it's a free.
Yeah. You're like
I do really like refunds, stock refunds at 2.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not punished for committing this card if your opponent doesn't slam down an early play.
It helps you pay out your pants that you triggered and then put a clean card in there.
Actually, yeah, you could. If you
Yep.
trigger last, just trigger last like a good player. Yeah.
I mean, heck, you can brainstorm and then if you trigger second, there's ways. I like this card. Pretty solid.
Yeah, I think this card's really good.
Tanner.
All right, Dreyfus. 3-2, 10-5. And when it is played, if you have a full field, it refunds a stock. And you can pay 1, rest,
No pay 1.
or no pay 1. I can't read. Rest a standing character on play and choose 1 climax in your opponent chooses 1 climax in the waiting room and shovels back everything else. So a 1 card
Fumio.
Fumio.
Fumio for Holy Knight trait.
One
On Holy
one
Knight.
stock Fumio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you have full field.
How much is the Hawk Fumio from set 1 to Fumio?
It's pay 1. No, it's pay 2. Rest a standing character.
Here, I've got it. It is pay. Yeah, it's a 2-1, so you have to pay 1 to play it, and then pay an additional 2 and rest a standing character to 1 climax.
Pay an additional 2.
Pay an additional 2 and rest a character. So it's
That's
3,
cringe.
3 stock rest a character. To
But it's at
Fumio,
level
but it's
2.
level 2. Yeah.
Which doesn't, I don't think, really matter a ton.
I don't think that really matters.
Because
to
you're
be
not really
honest.
going to do that then. Well, it could if you're playing the Holy Knight. Because that comes on live at 2-1.
That,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
One stock Fumio, I think is better than the Hawk in most cases.
Oh, yeah.
Probably hard to fit in blue in like anything that's not the Holy Knight deck.
Yeah.
It's the only issue.
Yo, but if you're playing like old Hendrickson finisher, this card's
Yeah.
The handy
big.
With that handy
tendies.
The
tendies.
handy tandies, yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean that.
Good card.
Yeah.
That's Tyler.
Oh.
Okay. We have Mon, Speed, and Derere. This card gets 1,000 power for each of your other 10 commandments, so it can be 45. And on play, ditch a blue climax if you do salvage.
The blue
Yo.
climax.
The blue climax special. Ditch out's cool for a climax.
You're playing a pants, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
climax ditch out is decent, yeah.
Can randomly be like big. If you, like, for some reason got an extra turn at 0.
I mean, even at level 1, 45 is not unreasonable if you've got a full field.
True.
Card
I
play.
also like how he has no mouth.
He's got a mouth.
Yeah, Monspeed doesn't have a mouth really.
Yeah.
Does he not have a mouth? Is that his thing?
No, not really. He talks and his mouth just isn't there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was animation problems at first, but no, he just doesn't have a mouth.
He's cool like
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say I thought that was a weird screenshot where he just didn't have a mouth for some reason. He just straight up.
No,
doesn't
yeah, he doesn't have a mouth in the
No.
other card either.
Yeah, if you scroll up, he doesn't have one either.
Oh yeah, I guess he doesn't.
He does have a luscious 6-pack though.
He does have a luscious 6-pack.
I forgot about that.
Alright, this should
All
be
right.
all.
Yeah. I got this level 0 young Dreyfus. If all your characters are Britannias, gets 2k power, so it's 3,500. And then when your opponent's battle opponent is reversed, if your stock has 4 or less cards, put that character to the bottom of your opponent's deck. Yeah, it's a cool out for Aqua.
Yep. Holy Knight.
Oh wait,
trait.
no, because Aqua will still trigger, right?
No, not if you attack it, because your effect goes first,
I see.
and it's hard removed.
So he's
I
So
forgot
you
how-
can tie it,
Forgot how
yeah.
cards work.
Yeah, because you tie it, you kill it, and then you go, ha, you don't get your aqua.
Yeah, Aqua doesn't go to waiting room, so its effect doesn't trigger. So this is still an out to it if you crash into it.
I mean, it's your other plus.
Right, Aqua is on waiting room. For some reason, I was
It-
thinking it was on reverse. Like, no way, this is a good card.
Yeah, you play this with Gil.
Pretty decent for Holy Knight.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's fine.
It's a +0 that
I
can
like it.
hard remove like Chiaris and Aquas and things.
Yeah.
For Gil Thunder,
Yeah, this
Yeah.
plus Gil.
you're
That's
always
your-
plussing.
Oh yeah. Type.
Slater. Level 0. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, if your opponent's center stage has 1 or less characters, you may choose a cost 0 or lower character in your opponent's front row and send it to their waiting room. When this card is sent to your waiting room from the stage, you may pay 2. If you do, choose a Britannia character in your waiting room and return it to your hand. Hey, it's Rudy promo.
It is literally Rudy, but it's on a comment.
Not as good as Rudy in this set, since there's no like Rudyard to search it out on turn 1 if it's necessary.
I mean, you can't deny it's still a pretty good card, though.
It's still,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not horrible. It's
I'm going to just give it a C+. It's still a good card.
On death, pay 2, search.
Salvage.
Salvage.
That's like fine.
It's like whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, after turn 2, like, or your turn 1, if you go second, like, it's like whatever card for the rest of the game.
I mean,
True.
Rudy was played because the meta was like Kaguya, and then people kind of down to like a 1 of at most. So
Mhm.
it's like whatever.
It's just worse cat.
It is worse cat because it sends to waiting room and it procs Aqua. It's cringe.
Yeah, cat's hype. Cat was a mistake.
Alright, Tanner.
Alright, level 0, 2500 Vivian. Disgusted at.
Skies.
Nope, she's disgusted because I can't read. When your other character is front attacked, you may pay 1, sack this. It's a JC.
JC for Britannia.
That's good.
Play 4 of this.
It's a generic trait.
So
Yeah.
so lore question. There's Gil Thunder and Gil Frost. Is there a Gil Fire?
Yeah,
No, there's
I
not.
don't think so.
I'm pretty sure there is, you know.
Who is Gil Frost? Oh, disguised as Gil Frost. I didn't
think-
even. I didn't
I
finish
think it was-
reading the name.
Like, it was just a fake name. I don't remember the context of the scene.
I don't
Yeah.
remember this either.
Here you go.
Was
Here's
it-
Gilfire. Shout out to Gilfire Equipment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
JC's a good
I
profile.
like
It's just
JCs.
it's just a conditionless JC that bounces anything because everything's Britannia.
Cool.
Tyler.
All right. Level 0, 2500. When this card is placed on the stage from hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to one level 0 or lower 10 commandments, put it on a position as rested, and shuffle.
They were just like, we can't give 10 commandments a normal drop search. It would be too strong.
Yeah, so you can like spawn out your brainstorm or something with this because it has to be level 0.
I think this
Looking
card's
to
whatever.
see what you would spawn.
Yeah, it's like literally like
Brainstorm.
Brainstormer
There's
and
the drops.
the 4K.
I guess.
Sure.
Put the 4K up there if you're going first, so that you can't.
The on
can't-
death salvage.
I mean,
On death drop
you need
salvage.
a stock to do this, so it
Oh,
needs to be at least
cringe.
your second turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
well,
card kind of sucks.
Yep. Spawn brain or spawn anything.
I wish it was
for a lot of the time.
I wish it was like the Ricky style effect where you can spawn a cost 0 character with a level equal to or lower than your level, so you could spawn.
That would be
You
sick.
could spawn like Arcuna or something.
Except it's rested still. That's.
I mean that's fine, but Arcuna gives the global 1,000 on your turn.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cringe card.
Cringe card.
All right, Ollie.
I got the Zeldris and Estarossa. When it's placed on stage to hand, choose one of your opponent's characters. That character gets the following ability until their turn. Can't be returned to hand or put into memory. When this card attacks, choose one of your 10 commandments, and that character it's a Shimakai. That's right, I forgot about this card.
More power pump for the level 1 combo,
Yeah.
and more pop back and memory denial. There's a lot of that in this set.
Yeah, I think this is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sucks to be slime.
if you need to pump the power at level 1, it seems pretty good. And yeah, this
Yeah,
completely
sucks
screws
to
over
be
slime.
slime.
Yeah, fuck slime. Stupid ass deck.
I agree.
Alright, we have Zaratros. I think I'm reading that
That is
correctly.
Gilfunder's dad.
Okay, he's a bottom deck Adachi.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
It's Holy Knight. That's
Cool.
good.
Yeah, it's a Holy Knight.
Oh, it
deck
is Holy
Adachi.
Knight.
It's Papa Thunder.
It is Papa Thunder.
Yeah, it's Gilfire.
This is Gilfire.
My white hair though, it's like this is the real Gilfrost.
Yeah, right. Alright, Tanner.
All right. 2/1, 6K. Galleon and Molescula. This card gets 1K for each of your 10 commandments, so it can sit at 10K. And if you have the it doesn't have to be
It's a blue stock soul.
Yeah, you play your blue stock soul, and when its opponent becomes reversed, you sack the stock soul, choose a character in your waiting room, add it to your hand, and then choose 2 Ten Commandments characters in your waiting room and put them into your stock. And then all of your characters get the following ability until your next stand phase. This card's level is it gives everything.
It gives all of your
Only your
early play
characters.
can't stand.
Cringe.
I don't.
I don't.
But you don't
I
really
feel like
care.
that should be all characters. Yeah, I mean you don't care. You don't have an early play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably why that one wasn't an early play.
Yeah.
So
mean-
like this is like it's like your best level 2 play. So you might actually play this combo.
Yeah.
I forgot you have to sack the climax. It makes it a little more cringe.
No,
Wait,
it makes
this is only.
No, it's better.
Why?
Because sacking the climax is good because it's stock soul. So it's stock on your characters regardless. You attack here first, and then it's in your grave already in case you trigger your pants to grab it right back to loop it.
I mean, or you can just
I
like
guess.
stack it and then trigger the last couple cards in your deck and refresh with it going back.
At 2, yeah.
I thought this was like Kirito but in reverse, but it's like a little worse than
It
Kirito.
is kind of like Kirito, yeah.
It's a little like Kirito.
Kirito's really broken though.
It's fine.
I,
It's really weird that it stops only your cards from standing. I think that might be a misprint. I guess we'll see what Bushiroad has to say about that.
If they change that'd be
I don't think this is a misprint.
I don't either. I think it's the drawback.
The drawback for what?
That's
For
all.
going +2 stock and getting a card.
but Kirito literally does that.
Yeah.
Kirito has a
And-
memory condition though. Maybe this is the equivalent.
There's
drawback.
no other
The
condition.
memory condition that's like separate from the combo though, so it's not balanced around that.
I guess.
And this one stacks the climax. I
Well,
don't
why
understand
not?
why
This one
this.
does
Reverse.
stack the climax, yeah.
I don't understand why this has so many more restrictions. I guess because it's
I don't
salvages.
understand why stacking the climax is bad.
Because you can't
You
do
can't,
more
you
than
can't,
one.
You can't do multiple of it.
Oh, that's true. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess because it's salvages. I feel like this has so many more restrictions than it needs.
It does. It's also a
It's not.
common.
Rarities mean nothing. Commons are better than double rares.
Sometimes
nowadays.
it feels like it is.
Yeah.
Tyler.
It's okay. This is like the best thing you can do it too, though.
All
so.
right, we got Hendrickson, 2/1 7,500. During this card's battle, all players cannot play backups from their hand. And when this card attacks, if you're facing a level 3 or higher character, it gets 6k.
Yeah, 13-5.
It's a Holy Knight.
Holy Knight early play killer that gets to 13-5 and turns backups off.
That's pretty good.
That's, yeah.
I like it.
All right, and Ollie, last card in the set.
Yo.
Woo! I got
Card
this
sick.
one
We have
zero
promos.
Well, yeah.
1-0 Flyer Distributors. It's a pretty good name. If you don't have a 10 commandments, this cannot be played. Choose one of the following abilities to perform it. Choose a level X or 10 commandments in your waiting room and turn to your hand. X to a number of 1-0 combos in your waiting room. Or you can pay 1 to choose an opponent's character and move it to another open position.
Yo, it's a hooker.
It is a hooker.
This card's
It's
so
a-
sick.
It's a pay 1 it's a 1-cost grappling hook or
pay one, ditch one,
a
to ditch the event too.
oh yeah, I mean whatever.
I went to one hooker.
Pay 1 to 1 grappling hook or whatever that profile is.
Yeah, it's like the one Danmachi event that salvages based off the number of bells in waiting room.
Could always grab back your 1-0 combo with this. It's guaranteed.
Yeah, it seems
I like it.
that's fine.
Yeah, it's like fine.
I like the I like
think.
that you have the ability to grappling hook up an opponent's back row card to secure a reverse for your combo.
Yep. Card's sick.
All right. And before we jump into promos, we do have the elusive card 65 now. They released the card database while we were reviewing.
Oh god, okay, I hope it's triple S tier.
It's not.
It's hype.
It's bad.
So this is the card that goes with the vanilla. I thought it was weird that it didn't have anything that went with it.
It's Bondstad.
All of
It
your
is Bondstad.
all of your other Bond vanillas gain on attack. Check the top card of your deck and either keep it there or send it to the waiting room and gain 1,000 for the turn, and it ditch bonds to it.
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't. It's clock bomb.
It
Clock bond.
That's what I said. It clock bonds to it.
Bonds to bond.
It does
Yo.
bond to bond.
What a
I'm going to
package.
change this.
I'm not.
It's not good.
It's funnier if I just leave it, so.
All right, and that's it for the Seven Deadly Sins booster. We've got a couple promos at the end, the box toppers. We'll do
They probably suck.
Bless you.
we'll do the Carmen
Thank you.
lightning round style.
Bad.
What?
Bad.
For the combo, the 2-1
Where are we?
say
there?
the commandments combo, the Stocksoul combo. Chat saying that it's just flavor because they're drunk.
They're drunk and they fall over and don't stand up.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I guess.
I guess.
We'll go with that. I trust them.
All right. Level 1 Meliodas. When your other Britannia character attacks, this card gets 1,500, so it can swing at 75.
Nope.
Kind of bad.
Bad. Next card.
All right, Elizabeth, level 0. Global 500 and pay 2, rest this heal.
Yo.
Little bit better. I'll give it a D.
Yeah, it's still not good.
Level 0 healer. Hype.
2/2 Escanor gets 2,000 power for each Britannia character in your backstage. Gets to 10/5 when this card is placed on the stage from your hand. If your field is full, you refund a stock. Buh.
You have better 2/1/2 souls.
Level 0 Diane. If there's a marker under this card, it gains 3,000 power. On play, check top. If it's an event or a Britannia character, you can put it under this as a marker. It's a 4K.
Actually, a good card.
4K Futaba.
Not
Yeah,
horrible.
4K Futaba that checks events. I kind of like it.
But
It
like
hits
we
free
said
event.
before, well, like we said before, though, level 0 is a very competitive level,
I think.
and I
True.
don't think that this is seen.
I
I
think.
just
I think
just
4K.
play Bill
I
Thunder.
think 4K is good.
4K is huge.
All right. Well, moving on. King 2K free runner.
Free runner.
Sure.
Sure,
It's a
yeah,
plusing 0. You probably don't play it, but it's
Just
fine.
play Gil Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's true. Play Gil Thunder. I'll put that at a D then.
All right. Level 1 Bond gets 500 power for each of your other Britannia characters. Sits at 6K full field and has hand on core. Ugh.
Nope.
Oh.
It's probably
Yeah. Why?
Broken card.
Yeah.
I was trying to hold shift.
1/1 Gauther. Backup. Mill 3 when you play at 2K.
Nah.
Cool.
All right.
Next.
Last box topper Merlin. On play, choose up to one of your opponent's characters, send it to your memory, and your opponent puts it back in play. It blinks on play. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, choose one of your other Britannia characters, and it gets 2K.
A blinker is
Blink
potentially
solid.
good.
That's a
Yeah.
playable card, yeah. Even as like
playable plus.
as a one of, yeah. All right, and what I assume are shop promos. We've got this unreadable level 0. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, choose one of your opponent's characters, and that character gains the following ability until the end of your opponent's next turn. This card cannot move to another stage position. It's a stunner. And on attack, choose one of your Britannia characters. That character gains X power. X is equal to the number of your other Britannia characters times 500. So pump up to 2K on attack and stun a character.
You hit some with the Stone Cold Stunner.
Stun's pretty hype in a standby meta, so we'll see.
That's true.
And last card, Elizabeth Global 500. And when your opponent plays a climax, you may pop it to stock.
Yo, free stock.
Stock's cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
I was gonna be a married life for a second.
And that's it for Seven Deadly Sins 2.
Whoa.
Yo.
All right, cool things to look at in the set. The commandments deck looks neat. The green memory stuff is yet to be seen. Holy Knight's looking decent with the early play package.
Escanor's hype.
The Escanor stuff.
Escanor is hype.
Escanor is hype.
I can't believe they didn't print an Escanor. There's just the 1/0 Gowan from Fate Go. That's literally the same flavor.
Yeah.
He gets stronger as the sun gets higher.
Did TCG player lie to me? This last Elizabeth, the Azure Skies one, is a promo from set 1. I was lied to by TCG player.
Wow.
Nice.
Can't believe the
It still
second best
sucks.
promo doesn't exist in this set.
Oh wait, never mind. This one's okay.
Yeah.
We still gave it a C.
We'll have to look back to set 1 set review and see if we scored it the same.
I did. That wasn't on it.
Because you were definitely in the first set review, Tanner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the super high roll 10 or Holy Knights deck where you can use the dead Zell
goddess
for your
summoner.
early. Yeah. You got 8 standby possibly is a thing that might be somewhat okay.
Yeah, I'd be.
The Brainstormer's pretty hype.
Yeah, the Brainstormer's cool. The level 3 combo sure is something.
It's a card. Yeah. That's about it.
And then yeah, got a lot of movement and memory hate and a couple of Dachis. A lot of early play hate in this set. Lots of 2/1s that swing big. Lots of 1/1 Dachis.
And Dank Hawk. Never forget Dank
Dank
Hawk.
Hawk with the event, yeah.
Card slaps. Just you wait.
30 power broken.
Good luck shuffling your deck against me. My eyes are gonna spot it every time. With my little earring.
Yeah, you got the magical eye. That's the point.
Yeah.
And of course, some support cards for the old set 1 cards. The one card that pumps the set 1 King 500 woo woo. Neg Soul for set 1 Meliodas. The Gil Thunder 2/1 combo bonder. Am I missing any relevant support cards for set 1?
I don't think so.
not
this-
directly. More bar filter stuff.
Yeah, Hendy's combo from set 1, maybe indirect buff with the new decent Holy Knight cards. But other than that, as I mentioned at the beginning, this is the first Volume 2 set we've gotten for an English exclusive, so that's going to be really exciting to brew with. Now we know they're open to expanding the card pools for the English exclusive sets, and I will sit here and continue to pray for Mob 2.
Yeah.
We need a Adventure Time because I want a Climax swap, and that's it.
I mean, we mentioned this in the power-up set review, but I'm hoping that the fact that they're printing power-up sets in English randomly now means that they are going to print power-up sets for
The exclusives.
for just English sets.
That'd be hype.
But maybe that's just a dream. We'll see.
Get some Korra. For set 2
Korra
AOT.
power-up set. If we get
I
Korra,
feel like that might just be a whole
yeah,
set.
it might just be a set 2. Cause
Yeah,
Korra-
but that's
Korra
what I'm
had a
saying.
whole-
Now we know that we could get a set 2 thanks to SDS.
True.
Well, we'll get Avatar, and it'll just be book 1, and they'll leave room for 2 more sets.
Yo,
That's gonna be so hype.
I'm ready.
Well, the cards look really cool.
Yeah.
We do
My
need a
playset
power-up set for
chips.
Batman. Batman and Cardcaptor Sakura need assistance the most.
What do you mean? Cardcaptor Sakura's hype?
Batman was their very first. Well, Cardcaptor was their very first.
No, Batman was.
No, Cardcaptor
Was
was.
Cardcaptor
I
first?
thought. I thought Cardcaptor was before Batman.
I don't remember. 2019 Weiss is a blur.
Yeah.
I think you just let Batman change into the promo,
Yeah.
Just
and then it's fun. You
unnerf
save,
Gorilla Grodd.
yeah, you save the set just with that, because then they still have to play Batman. So I think it's balanced.
But yeah, I guess that's it. Anybody have any closing thoughts?
That looks really fun.
Yeah, set looks pretty cool.
It's got an interesting toolbox for playing around with some of the set 1 stuff.
Yeah.
I think it added some like packages. Like SDS was like a lot of like glue, I think, and like there's like some more like defined packages now in this set.
Yeah, because they had a lot of good staples, but not a lot of ways to utilize them in the first set. They had the clean cut. They had what are the good profiles did they have in set 1? They had the stand and swap Adachi, the Gil runner. Yeah, they had a lot of good like general use cards, but the combos were
Refresh
kind of bad.
Fumio.
Yeah, Refresh Fumio.
They have better Fumio.
And now they have arguably, I don't want to say better combos, but they have a wider variety of combos to play around with to see if they can find something that sticks.
I think the hardest part was level 1 combos. They had Elaine, but I'm happy they have some other options now.
Yeah, now you have what's playable at level 1. You've got the Merlin is interesting. The
Commander.
I actually think every single level 1 combo they released in here is pretty cool.
King is good meta dependently.
Yeah. Commandments is hype.
Commandments
Same.
is hype.
It kind of has the
The-
same issue.
The Meliodas is good, the early play one. I think he's pretty cool.
The 2-1 that becomes a 1-0. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
You have
I
ways
think
to
that,
help
I think
your
that combo has legs, despite the fact that the memory cards that are associated with it are arguably kind of meh.
You also have
No, the
card
power
King
one's
Gil.
really
Okay,
meh.
the power one's meh, but the cost one's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, your 2-1 Gil from set 1, the early plays, now is better as well. You got some support for that, just really helping round out that, early game. I think the set's going to be pretty interesting. I want to see kind of if it's going to be able to really stand on its own. I do think that of the decks, I think Commandments is probably the one that I'm most excited for,
Yeah,
just due to the top end of it.
yeah. Also, like I mentioned at the beginning, nothing in this set stands out to me as like immediately overtly broken. I don't think the set's going to be SSS tier on
No.
release or
No.
anything.
No, not at all. But the thing I really like about how they did with this set is they broadened everything. Because there's a lot of things that spawn. There's a lot of things that can work with other things that you might not think would work with each other.
Yeah, you have a lot more avenues to explore now. I mean, that's just a set 2 thing, though. I feel like in a lot of cases, whenever a property gets a Weiss set, in the first set, there's always just like one deck that they're pigeonholed into, and set 2s, second sets generally open up
Sure.
their
But I
ability
feel
to
like
go a
this
little
is a
bit
lot
deeper.
more of like what you just discovered today with, oh, that's a super high roll deck with the Holy Knight stuff. Like, I don't feel like that is like an obvious thing to look at. And I don't feel like they normally do that in second sets.
Yeah,
So I was pretty happy with being able just to see these types of things come up.
Yeah, that early play package obviously isn't the only thing you can play with the Goddess combo, but it is
Really hype.
probably the best thing you could do with it.
Yeah.
All right, and
Oh, I think that's it. Yeah.
I guess with that, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Glad we finally discovered Secret Card 65 just in the nick of time.
I know, right? I can't believe the set's saved.
Yeah,
we
card's
got
an S tier card.
We got a bonder to the vanilla. It's broken.
Bond to bond.
Bond to bond. Bond to man. Borf.
And
Morph.
you said there was no support. Shame on you.
You're right.
All right. And with that, Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz signing off. See you guys next time. Okay, we did it